Yo, chat. Classic pre-stream beginning talking to chat. Glad you enjoyed the video. Nifty Spigots. What a great name. What an acceptable name. All players in shambles. They always have been, but now they're especially in shambles. Also, I'm not sure what we're gonna do, Vampire. I don't even know what playthrough I want to do. I'm just streaming because obviously like new DLC came out, so I wanna stream a little bit. But we're gonna see what exactly I even do. I don't even know what playthrough I particularly want to do. I was off stream. I was doing a Matilda of Tuscany run. And that was kind of fun, but that was just like a casual, having fun, whatever kind of thing. Um, but yeah. I'm curious to see if some of the bugs that were in the early access are fixed in the full release. Because some of those bugs were a little bit annoying. Like, hopefully we can get culture acceptance now, but we'll see. What's up, Bastilius? African mummies or something? Ooh. Playing in Africa, though. Dude, I am completely, like, burnt out on playing in Africa because I've done Mother of Us All so many times because of the all achievement run. I never, except for like Egypt, you know, like that kind of region, like the like the Maghreb, like North Africa is fine, but Sub-Saharan Africa and East Africa, oh no 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 no. You guys get chapter 3? Well, CK3 and all Paradox games in general are kind of like all in or nothing type of games, in my opinion. So if you want to be a CK3 player, I would recommend that you get Chapter 3, if only because eventually you're going to want those DLCs. And it's a pretty okay price, given how much content's coming. Although that being said, it's always weird in Champ to like buy things that aren't out yet. So it's weird, because obviously only Legends of the Dead is out, so we only know if that one's worth buying, which is up to each individual player. But Roads to Power looks like it'll be cool, but who knows what it'll actually be when it comes out, right? So, yeah, it's up to you. I personally, obviously as a content creator, I'm going to buy every DLC every time. But if you're not a content creator, then you don't necessarily have to buy every DLC each time. The Bagratid Legend in 867 is just, it's just the Heirs of David or whatever. It's the same one as the ones that are in, what do you call it? As the ones that are in Ethiopia. Well, not the same one, it has different flavor text, but it's the same type. Alright. What's up, boys? How are we doing today? How's everyone doing? Foreign Greater Armenia? Yeah, Greater Armenia is not a bad idea. Well, we're gonna look at the map and we're gonna think about it a little bit. I kind of almost wanted to make today like a coding stream so I could work on my mod, but I'm like, yeah, it's fine, I'll do it later. Last Carlings? I don't know about that. It's generic? Yeah, okay, Mouse, people, you gotta get this through your heads, okay, guys? Every legend is generic. Okay, every legend is generic in the sense of what it does. It has a different name, it has different description, but they all do the same things, except for a very particular list of some special legends that like that sometimes have what do you call it? That have like the lost culture language and heritage you can take afterwards. Those are the only ones that are slightly unique. So that'd be like Roman heritage, ancient Egyptian descendant, Gothic descendant. Those let you diverge your culture, but it's not the case that like all these historic ones are so different. I'll give you a lot of claims to do the renown thingy. I guess, but like, dog, who cares about claims, bro? I guess that's true, actually. Some of them will give you different claims. Although the Roman one is funny because it gives you claims to the Roman Empire, but it doesn't exist, so you get no claims, which is hilarious. Okay, what do we want to play? Alright. This Legends anywhere? In the game files. You can find, that's where I found the list anyway. Play in Siberia. Holy, he's right. It's not a bad idea. Start here, end up over here. Give you claims on German North Italy. I don't know, I haven't done the Carling one, but the Carling one, I imagine, just gives you claims on like the Carolingian Empire or whatever, but yeah. Oh, Duolingo lesson? Yeah, okay, we'll do that in a second. We'll do it in a second. Actually, we'll just do it now. Let's get it out of the way. Let's get it out of the way. Oh, I did change the goal, but also whatever, the goal is fine. Who cares about the goal? What's up, Zen and Tai? How you doing? What's up, Barndo? Hope you guys are doing well. Duolingo these days takes like 80,000 million years to load, and I hate it. Restore Welsh Britain. The thought. The Muslim ruler in Siberia. That's fun to RP clans in. Muslim ruler in Siberia. It must be a vassal. Christians. We could do one of the Christians.
You would witness your planet falling apart.
do you mean like this guy? Do you mean this part of Siberia? Ooh, it's an option called map table style. Okay, that's probably not in here, but it's probably somewhere else. That's cool. Is Duolingo done loading yet? It's not. I don't know why Duolingo takes like a million years to load. It's in Khazarlands? Oh, okay. And maybe it's in 867 or whatever. In game settings. Oh. What do you mean, like... We'll keep harm events on, by the way. I've been keeping them on recently. The resolution. Okay, I got you. Okay, cool. Duolingo, like, will you ever load? Duolingo's just not loading. I'm trying to do the oh, there it is. It loaded. Okay, I was trying to do the Czech lesson that Vampire Knight asked for. Okay, let's throw it up on screen. Ulica. What is that? The street is. Wait, it's a question. Sorry. Is that there must be that street? Yeah, is that street old? What is Stara? Yeah, Inni. That street not old. Okay. I'm confused. It is that. Okay, cool. That's. Where's the big one is not. Big one is not. Wait. Sorry, dude. I'm like. The big one is not. I'm like really bad at. I'm really bad at languages when I'm tired. I'm a little bit tired, chat. To be honest with you, I'm a little bit tired. Volvo. Everyone knows that one. Oh yeah, that is. Oh, that makes sense. That is. Ina. That is a different young woman. Okay, sure. Dude, I don't remember any Czech. What the fuck? Check a type. I hate that they got rid of the ability to type in these. Ale to není strom. That's something, not something. Ale to. Okay, but that isn't. I assume it is not a tree. Oh yeah, I remember the last second. I was like, whoa. Like this. It reminds someone. Who is it? Is Tommy K? I like to think I have a little look like him. Není špatný člověk, ale... This. Okay. Visitor, but not Tommy K. Let's not talk about it. Okay. Fair enough. Taženaya. What? Is it that one? No, I just can't hear. Oh, I missed the yeah. Oh my god, so bad. There we go. Okay, finally done. Finally, no more Duolingo. Get it out of here. Jesus. Okay, let's play the game now. Okay. Where's CK3? It's here. I was Duolingoing. They made you do Duolingo? That's right. Yeah, the new Sword Slash sounds pretty funny. You come to Plague Lord of Prague? We could... okay, Bohemia is not a bad idea, but... I don't know. I don't know where I want to play. It's funny. I think we can play pretty much anywhere and still have a good time. But the question is, do we want to play tall or like, do we want to, or do we want to kind of like be? I don't really want to do another like expansion like war constantly run. I've been doing a lot of war these days. I want to do something like playing tall, just chilling. The guy's play CK3 a lot. Who is that? Who's play CK3 a lot? Did they remove easy and very easy? I don't really remember easy and very easy existing. Oh, you mean wait, difficulty? No, they're still here for me. Might be one of your mods. Still there for me. Bring pacifism to the steps. Classic. Plays the count of she. I don't know where that is. The last Carlings. What, this guy? Herbert? Let me play Herbert? Vermandois? Oh, you mean the other guy that was on social streamers? Tom Lantibus? I remember him. He used to do different kind of videos. He was actually he was pretty good. I enjoyed his videos, but he had that I can see why he stopped. I mean, he had that lisp, and I'm not trying. I'm definitely not like someone to make fun of someone for having a lisp, but it makes the videos harder to watch for sure. And it's like just one of the unfortunate. It sucks for him because he was actually making some pretty nice videos, but yeah, the lisp I think made it difficult for him to probably make the videos. Bully. I'm not trying to be a bully. I'm not trying to be a bully. It was. He was a good content creator, Tom, but I understand why he quit. Yeah, we'll play as Herbert. Okay, what's our special legend or whatever? The heir to Charlemagne, yeah. So this is the one that all of the Charlemagne descendants get, all the Carlings. All right, we'll do it. We'll play as this guy. I think we're gonna want to go. Let's see, well, what route do you want to take here? So we basically just need to get like an alliance and then just win that way. We could just claim France, or we could try to do it slowly. Let's try to do it slowly, I guess. Let's build up Valois and make it like, you know, let's make some good shit here. I guess we're gonna go stewardship. Okay. Now we're about getting you married later. Let's make this kid stewardship focus. This daughter we'll use later. Wow, she already has 3 traits. She's really like a child. Kind of crazy. Herbert Hoover Carlings for the W. True. Also, I probably should have hit the timer. I always forget about that because I'm garbage. Okay. About to HRE and get HRE claim. Yeah, that'd be pretty based, but yeah, we'll see if we do that or not. For now, we're just gonna let the game run for a bit, and well, then we get a court chronicler and put them on searching for seeds so we can get different seeds maybe. Yeah, basically, but aren't you? I think you're referring to me when you say that, right? Because I was the one. Oh, look at that cool little snow effect. I was the one that was looking on the files and found out that the ancient Egyptian descendant isn't anything special. At the time that I made the video, I thought it was, but I didn't have time to go back and correct the video by the time I made it. So yeah, it's my bad. It is not special to have the ancient Egyptian thing. Yeah, it's fine. I didn't have time to correct it by the time I learned it, so I was like, well, I was going to keep it in. People will learn. So we have hunting grounds, just kind of whatever. We could get outposts too. You can de jure drift kingdoms normally in the game just with the baseline de jure drift mechanics, but that button that lets you de jure drift an entire kingdom in one go, that's part of the DLC. So that comes from Legends. Okay, let me take more levies, give me council rights, and then maybe the steward. We need money. I'm already on the council. Help a bit. Hunting meta, we could just sit and hunt forever. We could build the towers and get even better chance. What's the newest game version? It's called Scythe. That's the name. much as possible. Nah, I don't want like plagues all the time. It makes it's no fun if it's all the time. It should be like here and there. You just get like a crazy plague that ruins you, you know? Could ally with the Normans. That's a pretty strong alliance to have, so let's just do that. He'll probably call me in, but it's not going to help. Do an albino dynasty as a challenge? But like, okay, like, let me ask you this. People that say these kind of challenges, okay. What would be entertaining about, like, the fact that we're albino? Become Waldensian based? That. Like, why? Why would I choose to become albino? Temperate good. Bro, plagues are just good because they kill characters so the game lags less. Easy clap. I guess we're gonna do the meritocracy into France strat. He allied with fucking Byzantines? Holy GIGACHAD. What a Sigma. Music might be a little louder than normal, by the way, because I have the volume in my headphones a little bit lower, so I raised it a bit, but yeah, hopefully it's not too bad. Let's do a hunt with all these extra modifiers to see how well it goes. Get ourselves a good artifact, maybe. Okay. Think plagues give enough of a challenge? I wouldn't say plagues give much of a challenge, no. And I'm not sure if they're even meant to be like a super challenging mechanic. They're just sort of... they're fun, you know? They occasionally cause a... they occasionally cause some panic. How do you even get anti-legends to spawn? I have a guide on that. In my all achievement guide, there's a section on how to do that. But basically, it's about... it's about like having it... oh, I could have exposed... I have a hook on, that's good. It's about, like, having it so that you're the only person with any holdings, so that no one else can steal sightings from you. It's... oh, dude, you can get him, damn. I hate to see it. Okay. King of Hunter, though. It's good. Legendary animals are actually not that rare, but what happens, basically, is if there's a sighting in any part of your realm, then you can no longer get a sighting for 10 years. So if you have a realm where everyone's doing hunts constantly, someone else is going to get the sighting and then you can't get the sightings. So if you don't get the sightings, you can't do it. Oh, we just got a sighting. Speaking of which. What kind of sighting was it? A beast. Oh, is she going to be? I'm not sure. I'm really tired. Like, I didn't really get a lot of sleep. So, probably not going to be super long, but it'll be, you know, we'll do a couple hours. So we can Carolingian borders? I don't know about that. I don't know about that one though, bro. I should probably go and become, what? Bymaster. Oh, now I have a way lower chance. Back to being steward, I guess. Now it's even lower. Okay, I don't know what's happening. I guess we're losing agents, maybe, because we're not the... yeah, that must be it. It's fine. Maybe we get it, maybe we don't. Rip. Let's just kill him, then. In that case, I definitely want to be Spy Master. Could you imagine if you had a player vassal who had the like guaranteed council rights and just kept on like changing your like making your council get unappointed like that. God, that'd be so annoying. You almost done your war, William the Conqueror? Getting there, I think. His kids died, oh my god. They died from that plague that spread there. That's actually a good thing for him. His realm will stay much stronger if he just has the one heir of Robert Curthose. Well, there's Denmark coming in to help. Here he goes. I should help, but also, like, screw that. I want to waste my time, bro. Nice. White piece. This is this is my own soundtrack. It's not the game soundtrack. I like never used the game soundtrack because I've heard it so much that I no longer wish to hear it anymore. Turn this down a little bit actually. It's better. Alright, he's in debt, nice. But we're gonna kill him soon. Update is out, Mirza, yeah. So you can, oh, and he died. Okay, let's get a new alliance, please. No, okay, our alliance is already gone. He died, okay, I see. Well, maybe we can get a different one. That's unfortunate. I was hoping to use that alliance, but it's okay. We got him. Now let's get a claim on you. Should be easy. Yeah, the flag. I did know about the flag changing. Yeah, it gets the little quartering with the French flag or whatever if you rule France as well, which is cool. We have pikemen, which are kind of dog shit. We could go for heavy infantry, but I mean, to be fair, the pikemen do counter his units, so actually maybe we do want to keep the pikemen. But they're not even we can build. I don't. You can get the duchy building, but there's no duchy building here in Vermandois, so yeah. Nice, kids. Midas touched. Nice. Okay, rip. We have to kill him then. To be fair, against that child, we should have a very easy time getting the throne, so that's good. Yeah, I've already gotten like 2 comments from people in the new video where people are like upset that it's about Israel. And I'm like, dude, y'all gotta chill, man. Y'all gotta chill. Hopefully we get him here. Be nice. Got the Royal Guards reducing the chance. Plus we got a plague around. The chicken pox. Classic. Which one? Like XCOM 2 and Enemy Unknown both are really good. I didn't play the original, but Basically the Firaxis ones. Or I guess Firaxis made the older ones too, but the newer ones. But War of the Chosen, like XCOM 2, War of the Chosen is like insane. Shit is bussin'. God, for real. Look out. Alright, now we should get the claim, surely. Long War? I did play Long War briefly, but I like it wasn't my kind of thing. I didn't like Long War much. Like I thought it was really cool as an idea, and then as I played it, I was like, not my thing. But yeah, definitely I respect it for what it is. Paradox Gamer separate reality from Video Game Challenge? Impossible? True? Oh, this is like a thick France, bro. This guy he's going hard. Well, to be fair, this is kind of more or less how France starts in this, although I think they don't start with this, do they? With this part of Burgundy? Yeah, Victor, no, I haven't tried that. No, the mod I used a lot for XCOM 2 was Musashi's like RPG mod or whatever it was called, where like you had like a million like stat lines that you could mix and match to create different classes. That shit was so cool. And there was people that made like different submods for it all the time. So you'd have a character who had like the same abilities as like Master Chief and like a Mass Effect character. And it's like, damn, okay. That stuff was super cool. That was stuff I focused on. Okay, oh, try again. Ooh. I'll just get the parent for struggle. He's in debt. So the nice thing about when a character's in debt like this, if we can potentially like, you know, try to push our claim before he runs out of debt, he might actually just give us the throne if we're lucky. Oh my god, dude, I can't even claim like a little kid, bro. Come on. Failed the 85% chance. I guess we can get Nunya to help out here. Does help quite a bit. %. Come on. I'm gonna get a Lunatic. Let's go. Lunatic is always fun. Oh, and he just lost the throne before I could claim it. That's hilarious. That's really funny. Really, really funny. Is this make harder? No, I'm just getting horribly unlucky. I'm just getting horrifically unlucky is all that's happening. Now this guy is the king. Although he's Dutch, right? So it's pretty... Yeah, so funnily enough, the fact that he's Dutch means we actually have a pretty good chance here. Although I'm under the Duke of Valois now, which... Oh, but I'm under the Duke of Valois. Oh my god. No! Come on, man. I'm like, I hate this so much. Why did I choose to play as Herbert? We still have our stuff, that's good. Orthodox French character, then okay, that's waste. I won't reset, I kind of want to reset, but I won't reset. Bro, is it? I got okay. That's 3 comments now of people saying that like I shouldn't have done a video about Israel right now. Like what? I didn't realize that it would be so controversial. What's the like to dislike ratio on this video looking? What we got? Are people expressing their dislike through just like random comments? No, okay, it's normal like to dislike ratio. People are just weird, I guess. We're against the tyranny. Okay, they're coming for me, of course. Let's see. Bit touchy about it? Yeah, but it's a video game, bro. A video game. Like, if I say the word Israel, is that, like, offensive? I don't understand. These nuts based. There, he's gone. Claim throne. Hopefully we get it this time. Because I'm preparing for doing it? Damn. That video of Israel made sure to cover all the cultures without cheating the Jewish culture? Holy base, it's so true. I mean, sure, unless this is, wait, who is this? Yeah, that's my son, right? Yeah, that'd be a Blade Master, that sounds good. Oh, that's a pretty good scepter. I don't know, my hypothetical Israel was like Viking Israel, so I don't know about that, but it's fine. I'm just surprised. I thought that people would be more like able to separate like the reality versus the like, what's going on today, but oh well. I mean the reality versus the game, sorry. But I guess not. Game sighting, that's cool. In a way, getting to take Valois before we take the Kingdom of France will make this a lot easier, so maybe this kind of works out, but yeah. Please give it to me. Okay, we finally got a claim to something. That's great. He's Orthodox and Serbian, so we're gonna murder her. And then the kid should be like really easy to overthrow. Do you want me on the throne? Let's see. Am I well liked enough? Not really. Doesn't seem to like me much. We can get an alliance to help out though. This I wanted alliance power. There we go. For Silesia, Austria. We can go Austria. That sounds good. Oh, I'm not under her anymore. Okay, well, God. Well, now we claim throne on this guy. I can't, dude. This is crazy. Like, this the amount of like times this hasn't been going well. I'm impressed. Probably gonna have to go do this as Eudes. Be hilarious. Lord of all vegetables. Good. Guess we take the Lord of all vegetables. Between those two. Now we'll get this get him away for later. Yeah, that minus prestige kind of sucks, but oh well. A new run to do? Just play as William the Conqueror and have fun playing tall in England. That's a classic. Hard to go wrong with that one. Not having my son. Okay, we finally got a claim. Holy. I wonder if I press... Okay, he's still got money. He's zero legitimacy, though. Holy. I want France. We're gonna wait and see, I guess, how this war, the current war, pans out for the war against this tyranny. If he loses the war for tyranny, then, I mean, this next person is the worst king, so... Dissolution faction? That would kind of suck. Yeah, that would... Oh, people are supporting me, though, so that's good. Let's see. I'm just gonna push the claim. Let's go, dude. Easiest clap of my life. You can have Flanders. Encouraging consolidation, by the way. Okay. Well, now we need to get an alliance of some kind, and we need to like revoke everything ever. Here, you can have give me HRV. We have the legend now. We should be able to, yeah. So we're gonna hope for a faction. Yeah, there it is. Okay, that way we don't have to incur any tyranny. Get you married now. Probably have better options available. Look for people with good genetics. Let's see. Phyllis, perfect. The Black Death is supposed to, so the game settings turn when it spawns, so you basically change your game settings around, but I believe by default it spawns like in like the 1200s or something. So we might see it if we play for a long time today, but we also, I don't know if I'll play that long though. So we'll see. Alright, they're gonna fire their faction soon. That's good. We can get a bunch of people to revoke land from. With HRE and Austria to help, I think we'll be just fine, so... We're just gonna let them carry the war, because I think they can win it on their own, to be honest. It's a possibility. I mean, sure, but you know, HRE's already here. We'll be fine. All good. Let the AI handle it. There's another war. Let's call them our allies. I mean, I can even try to get more alliances to make this go even easier. Might as well. No, there's no good ones, though. Yeah, okay, let's chill then. Austria marching right through the plague, GigaChad. And we could destroy France, but no. Good. We got 3 civil wars to get through. Let's see if we can stop this from happening. So in the case of all these wars, except for the France Claim War, we what do you call it? We like we just need to defend our capital, which is cool. This war being how this is nothing to do with legitimacy. Although our legitimacy is low, this would have happened regardless of this patch or not, because this character just isn't very good. What's goal on the stream? I guess it's to restore Carolingian borders, although I don't know if I really want to do that. It's just that it's what chat's asking for, so maybe we'll do it. Yeah. The goal, I guess, ultimately is like, you know, we're trying to just show off more of Legends of the Dead, but I don't know exactly what we'll do, like in total, in some of the run. Go up here and fight again. Don't capture me or my kids, please. Sir. Restore Merovingian borders instead? Holy based. One of my favorite videos is actually the Merovingian video. That one was a lot of fun to make. Bro, why does... Okay, Reims... Okay, so why does Reims have, like, infinite size? But that was the end of Reims' borders there. Okay, there's one war done. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our prisoners, and we're just gonna revoke everything. Which I believe will cost us legitimacy. No, because they're criminals, right? Okay, so we're good. If you revoke non-criminals, you lose legitimacy. Like this, lose 100 legitimacy. So we're not going to do that because I do want to keep. I do want to get my legitimacy going. Yeah. We're just going to hold on to every county until we're ready to, you know, we're ready to give away titles once we've secured the throne more. Let's put these down. First Capet House Banner. Nice. We're just gonna break these, I think. These are pointless. I don't think there are any Merovingians. Well, there must be because there are people with the bloodline of them. Like they have like they probably descend from them. But I don't think there's any characters that are marked as like being particularly Merovingian in any way. Just that probably you can trace the lineage back. Like if I check the Empire of Francia's history, go to Pepin or whatever, or not Pepin, but if I think maybe we can check France's. They might have it, maybe not Francia, but France might have a Merovingian in here. Yeah, so there are Merovingians in the game, and then you probably could trace their... Like, I assume if you follow their lineage down, you can find characters, but... We're getting new start dates. I imagine, yeah, I heard about the new start date thing. I don't know what we're gonna get, but like hopefully good stuff. I mean, obviously we want good stuff, but hopefully like actually good stuff. That'd be nice. I don't know how I necessarily feel about like having more start dates, where it's like I don't really know if I would like development times we put towards that when instead we could get like more cool stuff for the current start dates. But at the same time, more stuff is more stuff, so I'm happy to see it. I'm not going to complain about like more new stuff. It'd be cool to see like maybe like Saladin, like the first Crusader. Is that the first Crusade? I don't know which Crusade it is, but basically like one of the Crusades, you know? That'd be kind of cool. But we called in Norway and Denmark, and I was up there like doing nothing. Hilarious. But I claimed that, it's good, so we can actually make that. Third Crusade, yeah, Third Crusade start date would be cool with Saladin and that one guy, the leprosy guy of Israel, not of Israel, Jerusalem. Jeez. That's a misspeak. I doubt they're going to do 769. That would be very ambitious for them to do that. Because then they'd have to add, like, an older era. I guess you could start with tribal with even less stuff, but they'd have to, like, that'd be really difficult to invent, I think. Baldwin the Fourth? I don't know, dude. He's some dude with leprosy that was, like, king of Jerusalem. I don't know his name. He's just chilling. So we did lose Flanders because I didn't want to bother fighting England for it, so I just let them have it. Oh yeah, it feels great to revoke duchies when they have all the counties, and it's just like, yep, that's a ton of land for me. That always feels good. 8 of 6 holdings now. Obviously we can get rid of the city. And one of these is a church. Yeah, get rid of the church. There you go, cool. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Where are my other counties? 4, 5. Okay, we have kind of counties all over the place right now, but we'll fix it later once we take Valois. We got the faction coming, and that's totally fine. We'll just put it down. Cool. Gonna absolutely abuse our allies. We're just gonna get mangonels. We can use these for sieges. Then I guess let's get like heavy footmen. We do legend now. I think I need to get more fame. I need to get more fame. Yeah, then we can. So I do have a strong enough army now that I can like actually hold my own to some extent. So we're gonna go up here and try to fight a little bit. You think you would have made a good trebuchet operator back in the day? I don't think so. I think I would not have been a good trebuchet operator. Not sure why. I just get the feeling I wouldn't have been suited for it. Oh, he's got a little rebellion of his own. Okay, okay. Is it against Austria? Oh, it's against my ally. That's cool. That means I gotta fight this war myself, but it looks like it'll be pretty easy to fight off. The nice thing about this is then we can revoke Valois and actually get control of Paris after this, which is really nice. So I bet my face looks really, really bright right now, because, yeah, it's... I can't do anything about the sun, chat. The sun is out, and it's snowed as well, so the snow is reflecting the sun onto my face, so... just gotta live with it. Sorry, chat. Losing. Okay. Let's go fight again. I think we'll win this time because now we have more troops. He can't reinforce. Try it. Ooh, it's close, but I think we'll win. Barely. What we're gonna do, by the way, chat. Okay, I'm actually it's funny. Okay, new DLC is out. Because I played so much like pre-release, I'm not actually that interested in playing more. But I want to do my Achaemenid mod or whatever. I want to work on that on stream a little bit. I want to make a document for it because although I have the idea in my head, I want to kind of have like a document to refer to for like the design and stuff. And now that legends are here, I think there's a way better way to do it than what I was doing before. I could do it with a legend instead because I want to show how legend. I want to like give an idea of what legends could have been based on what I have in mind and try to implement like a way that, because I always talk about critiquing the game, but I want to try to like actually implement one of my critiques for once instead of just like talking. So we're gonna try that. What's up, Faradit? How's it going? There we go, we got him. Okay. Adios. First of all, give me Paris. Does he actually out? Yes, it's out. Yeah. Exactly, legendary culture flag. Yeah, unironically, we can do a lot of cool stuff. I think with the concept of, you know, legends. About the war. Sure. Puts me at war with my other ally, Austria, but that's okay. I'm probably not actually gonna help. I'm just gonna chill, but still. 5-page essay on how legends are bad and should be improved 90% speedrun. You know it. That's how I am, bro. That's just who I am, bro. I'm sure I take back our jury territory, but I'm good for now. We have a lot of money. We have pretty good troops. So we're starting to get pretty powerful here. No prestige spam. This guy's gonna die pretty soon, so I'm not really worried about it. I'm gonna wait till the next character to do anything else. We're just gonna build up stuff with our character, I think, for now. Get a seneschal. One thing I really appreciate, by the way, it's a small thing, but you see how these the minor titles now have these little symbols? That's a really nice thing to add, honestly. I'm pretty happy to see that. It's a small thing, but it is nice to see. What do we got around here? The Cellar of Plenty. The Asked One. Saintly Deed. Just looking around what we got. Most Holy Life. Great Deed. Blessed by the Angels. We got another one right here. Most Pious Life. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, it'd be nice to get notifications for the Seneschal dying, but also, like, you know, to be fair, you only really want the Seneschal, like, briefly for when you recently have acquired new land and want to get the control up, and then after that you want to get rid of him because he's not doing anything useful for you. So, you know, it is what it is. Do we gain acceptance now, by the way? I think we do gain acceptance now properly, because it looks like we have, like, acceptance numbers changing and stuff, so that's good. Oh, I see that you want this from Wolf Rivers. I see. Yeah, in that case, then it'd be nice to have a way to notify about them, but is what it is. There's worse things, you know. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, you're right. It'd be nice. It'd be nice to have the option anyway. More options is always nice. Okay. Got a plague. Yeah, apparently we watched it. King Herbert's flu. That's my flu. Hey, that's me. I'm the flu. I love picking my nose on stream because I know you guys can see it, but you can't stop me. Rip that development. We'll go Crusade. Why not? How about that? Where are we going? Jerusalem? Classic choice. Could go play as a Crusader Queen. Kind of fun. To get you married if we're gonna do that. Eight of 6 holdings. I must have inherited some. Oh yeah, okay. I got 8 Tomp. Probably the Baron there died from the plague. And Multi-Terry. Oh, there's a university there. Okay. It's fine. So it looks like it's going to be slightly in the Christians' favor, but then the Muslims are going to have the advantage of being the defender, you know, being on the coast. So I think we're probably going to lose this crusade. We'll see, I guess. Because crusades tend to not go well unless they have like a resounding, you know, majority. We'll see. Oh, it's back. Huh. I guess the plague is probably killing them all. That makes a lot of sense, honestly. Yes. Probably should increase this. Wise. Do you want our set to be easy clap? No. No. That is not necessarily true. I'll try. I'll send over an army, but I'm not gonna put too much. I'm not gonna put too much into it for fear that may not go so well. Smells pox. Scary one. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can land here. Oh god, now I'm gonna get murdered. It was nice knowing you. Yep, there goes my entire army. I tried. There a bunch of people. Oh my god, like everyone died. That's great. That's just wonderful. Yeah, this crusade is doomed. This crusade is quite doomed. Okay, that's alright. It's an alright artifact. Take it. Heavy infantry damage is good. Especially because I have heavy infantry, so it makes sense. Get some barracks here for the heavy infantry to get a little better. There we go. Might have a civil war over the over all those troops dying, which should be really funny, but I think we'll be alright. Herbert, your son. So, chat wants me to restore Carolingian borders. That's what you guys want? You did get a heroic legend seed for it, which is cool. Oh, so much to conquer though, dude. Oh my god, you people and your conquests. Oh. We gotta take Normandy back. All this. Frisia. Thuringia. Bavaria. Carolingian Germany. Carolingian Iberia. And Northern Italy. That's so much. Oh, it's like that's all, Northern Italy. It goes as far south as this. So that extends all of this. But even if I have the claims, like it's still gonna be a huge pain. I guess we could do it through vassalization, at least in Italy. Wouldn't be so bad to do it that way because we can do diplomatic court. We do already have diplomatic court, yeah. Okay, maybe it won't be that bad. I can destroy HRE. Yeah, it's a classic. Not a bad idea. Ancestral Heritage CB. It's not bad, but it just gives claims, and claims don't necessarily make the conquest easy. Okay, I guess we do need to take these back eventually, so I guess we might as well do it. And get my boy Edward in the in our realm. They're in the middle of a civil war, so now's the time, I guess. Let's do it. Take Normandy. I think I'm mostly just not in the mood for like a big conquest because I'm so sleepy. Because I just like didn't sleep last night basically. What was happening basically was I was finishing up the Ivar video, right? I had to like edit it together and stuff. And like I just for whatever reason was having a lot of trouble like working on it. I just was like, oh my god, like dude, like I'm like very slow working on it. And then it was around 5 AM and I was like, okay dude, like I have to upload this video in like 3 hours. So, you know, I gotta do it. So then I was able to like push through and get it done. And I did get it done. That was cool. But like, I barely got any sleep beforehand. Do I want this? Not really. I don't know. I guess we can go with Rifle Rulers is not bad. I barely got any sleep at all, and I was like, but at least I got the video done. But I feel like now I almost wish I had just delayed the video a day. But yeah, it's nice to get the video out and then stream after, but I'm just so tired, it's hard to stream like this. You ever wish you could make Merchant Republic RP? I mean, sure, Merchant Republics would be fun, but I think there are more important things to focus on before doing Merchant Republics. Arpatan culture. Look at that. So you have a Paradox game? Definitely, yeah. Oh yeah, easily. CK, I don't know about CK2 or CK3. I waffle back and forth between those. CK2 probably is more impactful in my life, but then CK3 is probably the better game. But definitely the franchise is my favorite franchise, yeah. Yeah, Merchant Republics and CK2 were like okay. They weren't like awful, but they were just kind of whatever. I didn't really get the appeal. I thought it was fun like for like a playthrough or two, just to like check out the Merchant Republics, but they weren't like insane. Now we prestige spam, yeah. Now we're gonna prestige spam because we are a character who probably can do the legend. Okay, so we captured the King of England. Nice, look at 47 gold. Cool. Alright, we got that. That's good. I think China's feasible? No, not in the current state of the game. It would probably slow the game down a lot to have all of China represented, but also like there's other parts of the current map that still need work. Like we could use some East Africa flavor, we could use like Indian flavor, we could use Tibetan flavor, use all kinds of things before we get to like adding China. Let's do Piedmont. Let's get some alliances. Any good options? Okay, well in that case, we're gonna have to fight this one like a man. Alright, what's the CB? Liberty War? Okay. I think we can handle it. Especially if we can fight their armies before they group up nicely. That's good. Sure. Iron Truce is always nice. Free money. That's a lot of men. Okay, geez. Well. You sure we can't get any alliances? Maybe with a daughter? Sweden, okay. 2K, but they're in a war right now. Okay, Carrick. 2K could be enough to push us in the winning territory. Should I get 2 alliances at once if we can? Are they? There's a weird religion. Very good. Ireland's getting ravaged. Nice. Classic Ireland with the potato blight. Let's not get killed here. Let's get out of here. Hopefully Sweden's war doesn't take that long, because it looks like he was about to win it anyway, so it shouldn't be super long, but... Okay, their armies did manage to group up, which is unfortunate for me. I think I can just hire mercenaries. That's a lot of guys, though. Okay. That's like 8,000. I have 3,000. I have like 3,000. And I could get a merc company. That wouldn't really be enough. I can at least stop the siege. We can delay it temporarily. There's Sweden. They're not really helping though. Okay, we're just gonna surrender this war then. It's okay. Lose a little bit of liberty, or if they gain liberty rather. That's alright. We don't really need to revoke any titles, so let's chill. Council rights guaranteed is a huge pain. What is the goal here? We're trying to restore Carolingian borders, although I don't really want to. I don't even know why I'm doing this. a little bit too sleepy to want to restore Carolingian borders, but people are asking for it, so I'm like, alright, do that. We could probably vassalize most of Italy, which is at least something, but we'll restore fealty to the HRE and then steal their throne from under them. These fight all vassals, so they won't be so pissy. Yeah, we could do that. Here, let me move my capital to Paris first of all. And yeah, we should feast for the prestige anyway, so that's probably a good idea. We build Notre Dame, but we don't have windmills. I don't think how long term we want to play for. Like, do we want to like build up our domain properly, or do we want to just kind of go into trying to make Carolingian borders as soon as possible? Yeah, we'll probably just go over the Carolingian borders. Let's get this done, you know. Then I think I want to do the. I think what I'll do then is I'll open up a document and we're gonna do a little document for the community mod. That'd be fun. There we go. We get a legitimacy up if we can. Migrate to Mali instead. Holy GIGACHAD. Maybe we can now, thanks to the new heroic legends, but don't know if we'll do that. This is a powerful HRE. Maybe we do it with this guy, because then he can just kidnap the HRE Emperor. We can just do like the kidnap into claiming thing. Do hunts give prestige? They do. Well, the best way to get prestige is weddings, but we can do a hunt. Yeah, that sounds good. If we go Emperor, that's probably what we are gonna do. I'm just waiting until we have enough prestige to use the legend seeds so that we can just get claims that way. Let's kill a bison. That's not good. Just like this. Because I want to see how the legend seed works for giving claims. Because I wonder if it's gonna give claims to like all the individual titles or just to the highest titles, in which case it's not that good, but if it's all the individual titles, that'd be crazy. Oh, the bison's gone. Okay, stag then. No bison, rip. Damn, didn't get it. Good to know the bug still exists though. So there's a bug right now with hunts, where even if you miss the arrow, you still win. When you get that event where you can choose to let your hunter shoot or you can shoot, even if you miss, you still get the. So why is this guy here? What? You still get the hide. So yeah, pretty weird. Yeah. It basically counts as you getting the hunt, even though it's his failed intent. It still counts, which is a little bit weird, but you know it is what it is. Oh yeah, playing in Latium is classic. Legends are definitely not OP. They're just they're just kind of like whatever. The only mod I have on is a map mod called IR Terrain. There's no other mods. I wouldn't say legends are OP at all. They're pretty simple. Like they're not that OP. They're so expensive. So right now I have the game rules set so that legends are much cheaper because I think it's more fun for them to be cheaper. But like, normally they're very expensive on the regular game rules. But I like them to be cheap because then you can do them more often. Because otherwise, in terms of actual meta, like in terms of actually playing the game correctly, it's never correct to use a legend, generally speaking. Outside of maybe some particular scenarios, you're better off just putting that money into a domain, because it'll pay dividends way, 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 way more than the legend will. That's a terrible book. Nice. So this plague is big. Okay. XCK2 Bloodlines? No, not at all. The whole thing of people saying they like Bloodlines has actually been disastrous. You know, the consequences of comparing Legends to Bloodlines has been disastrous for humanity, or whatever not Ted Bundy, whatever the Unabomber. Wait, is that Ted Bundy? No, it's not. I don't know. Whatever. Wait, is it? I don't remember. But the point is, whoever's been making those comparisons has been a disservice to the whole situation, because it's definitely not like that, like at all. They're not. They're very different than Bloodlines, because they don't stay around permanently. Once they're gone, they're gone. Like you use it and then it's gone, and it goes away forever. Think back whenever I remember. Oh, it's Ted Kaczynski. That's the Unabomber. That is his name. I forgot. Ted Kaczynski. I remember his name. This disease is fucking me up right now, dude. Go, bro. The wife died. Kinda sad. Compare CK2 plagues to CK3. They're about the same, I'd say. They're not really that much different from CK2. It's basically just like it spreads on the map and then infects people, and yeah, about it. I do the feast. 23 months. Okay, wait for that. I probably should do a wedding or something. That'd be a good way to get a lot of prestige, but it's fine. My son's died. Rip. Guys, his wife died as well. Funeral? Yeah, okay, we can funeral. That's not bad. Let's do it here. Bury my son. In the US or Canada? Canada. I am a Canuckistani, as we say. You'll be fine, Sweden. Your alliance was pointless anyway. I don't need you. Plus, we're losing a lot of money now. Jeez. I guess those quarantines are painful for the income. Yeah, minus 100% taxes. Yeah, okay. Pretty bad. Probably shouldn't have clicked that. I probably should have read what it did before I clicked it, but oh well. I think what Canada's having poutine. That's all you need to know, my friend. That's all you need to know. There's not really much more to even know about Canada. Nice, we're almost legitimate. Yeah, funerals are actually quite good. They give you a lot of legitimacy in there. They give you a lot of piety as well, which is not bad. True, Maximilian. True. There we go. Yeah, the legitimacy from I'm surprised that funerals give so much. I don't know why they chose to make funerals so legitimizing, but they're very good for that. Nice. Get a bunch of vassals down here. I don't actually like poutine personally. I'm just a weirdo though. Most people do love poutine. I'm just a weird guy. Okay, now we can do the seed. Do this. You only get a claim on the Empire of Francia with this seed. Unless maybe if it's mythical you get more. Yeah, you just get a claim on Francia. That's all you get. Every titular title inside of Francia, which is nice, by the way. Good, but yeah. What's favorite food then? Probably kebabs. I'm a big fan of kebabs of various types. Yeah, just within the Empire of Francia. Unless this is lying, it could be a lying tooltip, which does happen sometimes. Dude, after Herbert, because he had some extra legitimacy. Endless GigaChad stories? Not right now, but they'll come to me. They usually come to me kind of out of nowhere, so I don't have any right now at this exact moment, but they will come. Bro, we can stop the quarantine now. How this lasts so long? Bro, I should not have clicked it. Look at how long this lasts. For the next 9 years, I get no taxes of any kind. That is not good at all. Jesus. Damn. Oh, chat. Also, so it looks like those plagues. Yeah, okay. I should have paid more attention because I'm totally fucked by these quarantines. And oh my god, everyone has it. They did it to like everyone in the region. That's crazy. Could you imagine if you had a liege who forced you into quarantine and then you like lost all your taxes? That'd be so bad. Big venture into Roman Emperor? Oh yeah, I mean that's a given, of course. We gotta do Roman Empire stuff. Okay, so now that we know that this only gives claims to like Francia, it's kind of like whatever. Not gonna lie. You're saying that it gives you the claim even on the first level, even on the introductory level. It gives you the claim to just the the whole empire. So you could just complete this in 5 years and then get a claim. That's pretty good. Although you have to already be king of France to do it, so it's not that useful. Although if you did it as the HRE, because you can do it as the HRE as well, then you can easily just come and claim all of France, which is not bad. But yeah, okay. I don't even want to do this run, chat. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even want to do this run. I really don't want to do all the conquests you have to do in order to do Carolingian borders. We have to do the part 2. Some of them get part 2, some of them don't. It mostly depends on the way. Like for example, I was doing part 2 for the Ireland video recently, but then I got early access. I generally wasn't expecting to get early access for Legends of the Dead, so because I did, I was like, well, this is obviously more important than part 2, so that ended up being scrapped. But other videos in the past have gotten part 2s, even part 3s in some. But I think it's hard to justify a part 2 because part 2 never does as well as part 1, and if I can just keep making part 1s, right, then I can just keep on doing well with those. So it doesn't feel as useful doing that. Oh well. Either way, I want to do like what do you call it? I want to do a document from the accumulated mod. This is what I actually want to do today for stream, by the way. The revive will be successful. They're not going to actually revive the game in terms of like getting the developers to want to work on it again, but it definitely has been giving the game a lot more players, which is awesome. We're glad to see that. Word document. Oh, there it is. Sorry, showed up. Okay, let me just shrink this down a little bit. But let's do a little mod documentation, okay? God, dude, I'm sorry. I'm so bad. You should play Fallen Eagle. People have told me that. I'm not really that into like playing other mods, but now I'm into like making mods. So I don't know why I can't click accurately. There we go. Cool. Okay. Make this a little bit. Okay, chat. So, can you make that darker? I can just make it smaller, but I can't really make it. Well, I guess, you know, I can lower the opacity on it. Hold on. Is that a thing I can do? Oh, let me put a filter on it. Maybe I can make this a little bit more palatable, because I know it's hard to look at. I just farted, by the way, chat, just so you know. Color correction? Can I see that? Here, yeah, we can color correct it. There you go. Yeah. Okay. We can make this a bit darker, so it's a little bit less painful on the eyes. There you go. That should be a little bit nicer on the eyes. You shouldn't have so much eye pain from looking at that now. Okay. The accumulated mod. First, let me launch the game real quick with my accumulated mod. So that we can get a look at what I've already done. And then let's talk about how to make a nice mod using a legend. I want to make a mod with a legend in it. Okay? Just give me a second. It takes a minute for the game to quit and all that. Yeah, sorry for the people that wanted the Chaotic Consolidation. I hate... Look, I've been doing a lot of Conquest these days. I'm tired of doing, like, these big, like, make a massive empire through Conquest runs. It's like, dude, I'm good. I don't want to do it right now. We checked out the legend, and it doesn't give claims to the whole thing. It just gives claims to Empire Francia. Unless it's another one. There might be another seed that I'm not aware of that does the thing for the whole Carolingian borders, but... From what the game told me there, it only gives it to the Empire Francia. Oh, Francia. Sorry, I got hiccups. Sorry. Hiccups. Okay, mods. So obviously I made this mod on the previous patch, but there's no reason why it wouldn't work on this patch, because nothing should be affected, so everything should still work as intended, but then we'll see how it looks. Like, we'll just kind of look at it to give you an idea of what I've already done for now. Anyone here fans of the Demon Souls OST? I love the Demon Souls soundtrack. It's underrated if you ask me. It's surprisingly good. So is TK3 actually, like, hold on, is it actually not going to launch because of my mod? I wonder if it's going to be broken. No, okay, it's launching. There you go. Yeah. Okay, so first of all, let's talk a little bit about what the intention is, right? So it's like I'm going to sort of organize the what do you call it? The mod document into a couple sections, right? It's like there's like the intention. I don't know how you would particularly like properly name like the sections of a mod document, I guess, but I want to have like the intention, which is like what I want to accomplish with the mod, and then I want to have like sort of like I'm gonna call it like mechanics, and what I mean by that is, why is that it feels like it's a bigger font, but it's not. That's interesting. Like the mechanics of the interaction, and then kind of like the goal in terms of like player, like what the player sort of wants to accomplish, and then I don't know, maybe like strategies for implementation. We put that here for implementation. So because like I've learned a couple like sort of like modding, like ways to mod, right? So it's like I want to think about like what exact ways I want to make the mod and stuff like that. And I definitely want to. I'm gonna immediately put like a subheading for this. Just like I want legends. I want to use legends, and we're gonna put that over here in mechanics as well. I want to have like a system of legends to get the accumulated stuff going. And the goal, of course, is to we'll get into subheading, like create, revive old Persian culture, the glorious whatever, that kind of thing, right? Glorious accumulated empire, whatever. And the intention, of course, is to make a fun... Well, I shouldn't put that as a heading, but yeah, whatever. We'll write that in a second. Game is almost done initializing, I think. I have an SSD, by the way. The game just takes a long time to load, no matter what's going on, which is unfortunate. Should be launching any second now. It should be finished, I mean. There you go. Okay, new game, real quick. What am I actually going to do for this? Let me actually... Instead of doing a brightness filter, let's do an opacity filter. So you can see through it, kind of, and you can look at the game as I type. So, that's a little bit too low in opacity, though. A little bit too low. What's up, Mr. Bear? How you doing? Okay. I don't know if that doesn't really look very presentable. It doesn't look very good, does it? It's fine. Let's get in here. I forgot to put on debug mode. I hate my life. Okay, hold on. I'm so sorry. Forgot to launch in debug mode so I can actually show off stuff. So Sauron. What's your favorite bug, Sauron? Want to rebuild the building faster? Oh, okay. I've heard of that one. I haven't used it before though, because I don't really care to. But yeah, I've heard of that one. Okay, let's launch in debug mode this time. GIGACHAD. Excuse me, just a little yawning. Do a little yawning. Alright, let's think a little bit about the intention. I'm gonna write a little bit. So, like, I want a mod that like has a complicated system through which the player may revive the Achaemenid Empire and its culture. And complicated doesn't mean complicated. I'm gonna say what it means, not what doesn't means. Multifaceted, let's say. Not just do X, get Y, but do X, Y, and Z, which achieve, like X prime. I'm gonna do math stuff. I don't know if you guys know I don't know if you've all been in school for a while, but X prime, Y prime, and Z prime, which culminate into, A or something, right? That kind of, you know what I'm talking about? Does that make sense? You know what I mean? Like that kind of, So when you started your mod now, started writing a paper with the Achaemenids for you, and hey man, maybe I could use you for research then, for doing a better job with the lore or something like that. That'd be kind of cool. Finish your last mod. So, like, the Achaemenid mod that I made before, the one that's currently existing, is technically complete in the sense that, like, it has, like, all the steps that you would have to do in order to finish the mod, like, to get to the end game of the mod, exists. There's a couple localization pieces missing, but, like, I want to do better than this. Like, this isn't like a mod I'd want to release, I want this thing to look a little better. This one that I'm planning here is one that I want to release. The Yazidi mod, I learned a lot from trying it out, but then I kind of lost interest in it, to be honest with you. I was like, oh, this is fun and cool, and then I learned quite a bit, and then I was like, I'm good. So the multiple methods of ending the struggles. Not necessarily sure if that's exactly what I want to go for, like where it's like the struggle. I don't really want it to be like the struggle. Here, new game. Drop in here. I want it to be more like, totally not like the struggle, but more like a checklist almost. Checklist of tasks, which themselves have rewards. Like, think of it like, you don't necessarily have to go all the way with the mod. Like, you could just, like, also, that's still not readable, is it? I really should. Not just a major decision. Yeah, not just like a decision that you click. That's what it is currently, and I don't really want that. Which makes it a little bit more readable. It's a little bit... That way it's like a little bit readable. So if we drop into the subjects here, turn off Iron Man. Okay, and then we should have like, yeah, so I have all the stuff here. The current system, more or less, is like you click this button, we can bypass requirements. Like you click this button, and then it takes you on a trip to, the tomb or whatever. And then when you get there, you do some stuff. You do like a little event where you do a skill challenge. I guess I can basically take you through the whole like series of events like right now. So you go here, you get there, and then you do like a skill challenge. Increase my learning to 100. I get it guaranteed. You do a skill challenge, and then if you succeed in the skill challenge, you get trade XP, and that XP is then, once you fill the XP, then you can fill the second bar of XP, and then you can click the big button, the big the stuff that you want, the stuff everyone wants to do. This one, the Embrace Ancient Persian Culture. But I want it to be a little more complicated than this, so think about exactly how I want to do that. Okay. So like a checklist of tasks which themselves have rewards, with the ultimate reward being reviving the dead ancient Persian culture. I called the culture Achaemenid in the game just because like it's easy to keep track of then, but then it's obviously not really very accurate to call it that. Let me take a look at the culture one, by the way. Zoroastrians, why not? The Achaemenid culture here, it's got like, I made some unique culture traditions for it and stuff. And it's got its own language, it's got the Avestan language. Cool. Avestan. Not pretty. But I guess it's hard to see also because, I've got the thing covering it, but, yeah. I wonder if a cooler way to do it would be, like, to not necessarily have it create the new culture, but just to give you these culture traditions as, like, additions to your culture, so you can become as Achaemenid as you want. So it'd be a bit more similar to Universitas as a mechanic. Sort of in a way, yeah. In a way. I was trying to learn how to make an activity, because like I wanted to learn how to make an activity for the Yazidi mod. But then activities were super complicated, and I was like, okay, I don't even want to mess with this. It's like way too much. Humanity's nuts, true. So the big tension is the big intention I want here. I want intention is to implement this with legends. I felt legends. I'm just gonna write down my thoughts as I think them. I felt legends were like lackluster, to say the least, as a mechanic. So I want to show what they could have been by making a mod with, I'm gonna say like 5. I'm gonna say 3 to 5 legends, which are quite unique and interesting. But that's sort of my main intention. I think is I want to create a mod that like has the flavor and has like interesting stuff going on, but which also is more of like almost a showcase of what I would have wanted for what I would have wanted for legends in general. Okay, beyond that, of course, I want it to be a fun mod with some flavor and hopefully a good sense of balance. One thing that can happen a lot with mods is it's hard to balance them because you have like your special mod and you want to make it like OP and stuff, right? So that can definitely be a problem. So I want to try to make like a balanced mod, like a proper mod. Okay. So let's talk about that's sort of the more or less the intention. It's a relatively like simple intention, right? It's just like I want it to be multifaceted. So it's like do X, Y, and Z, which gets you X prime, Y prime, and Z prime, which culminate into A. You know what I mean? Like things that evolve and then eventually combine into one. They create 8 billion artifacts. Yeah, artifacts would be cool, right? Some cool artifacts or whatever. I want to do it with legends. That's the big thing, and I want it to be about the reviving the dead culture. So I think that's reasonable. So those are the mechanics for the legends. Okay. Like legends right now in the game are very flat, but I want the legends to more strongly reflect like the stories they're based on, right? The stories they're based on is good to put it. So let's think of like some example legends. We could have like, you know, a Darius descendant. That's a classic. We could have like Obi's 9 out of 10 for the DLC. I remember I said last stream that I said that like normies would give it a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10. So it sounds about right. I haven't actually watched his review, so I probably, I should actually do that. I should react to his review on my stream. But I said in my last stream that normies were gonna give it a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10, whereas I'm more like a 6 or a 7 out of 10. But I definitely recognize that like my opinion isn't like the end all be all. It's not like I'm right and they're wrong. So if he thinks this is a 9 out of 10, I'm sure he has his reasons, and I gotta watch that review to figure that out. The Darius descendant. How about like an immortal? Something to do with immortals. I'm gonna put a question mark. I don't know exactly what I want that to be. Something to do with immortals. For a third one, how about Zoroaster connection in some way. Don't know exactly how, but calling OPB a normie though. I mean, OPB is probably one of the most This is not an insult, by the way. To be clear, if OPB ever sees this, not an insult. OPB is one of the most mainstream, is probably a nicer way to put it, but normie content creators for CK3 out there. Like I consider myself a pretty esoteric CK3 content creator. Like I do speedruns and I do like RP stories. Okay, now RP stories are pretty common, but mine are I would say especially unique in their presentation. So I would call it be one of the most normie things ever. I just thought it was funny, never look at it that way. Esoteric. Yeah, hey man, it's a good word to describe it, okay? I consider myself a very esoteric CK3 content creator. Very niche is probably another way to put it. Okay, Zoroaster connection, the Immortals, Darius. What are some other, like... We could even do one for, like, Amestris, right? So, you guys know Amestris, right? The, I think... Her city, yeah, Heraclea. This city, if you've played Imperator, then you know what I'm talking about, but... We could do, like, an Amestris legend, which could even be accessible by non-Persian accessible, right? This could be like a one for non-Persians. Heracles. Never bring esotericism for your religions. I mean, yeah, it's not very good. It's not super good, right? I mean, what is it? Oh, they don't have it? Well, who has esotericism? Is it... I think it's one of the Judaic ones, right? Kabbalah is esotericism, but it's just the name for it in Judaism. Yeah, it's not bad, but it's just not really that good. Definitely one to Amestris from Heraclea Pontica, or Heraclea Persica. You know, from Imperator. If you played Imperator, you know what I'm talking about. And then for a fifth one, just for a fifth example, maybe something like... I don't know, what's a very distinctly Achaemenid thing? Like, Darius is obviously, like, the most famous Achaemenid. Everyone knows Darius the Great. Ooh, what about, like a more... Okay, so these are all, like, positive, right? So, like Zoroaster's, like, Zoroaster's, like, religious. Darius could be, like, legitimizing. Immortals could be the, heroic. And then Amestris is, like, maybe legitimizing before... Or maybe it's heroic, I don't know, but for, like, non-Persians. That's, like, the one for non-Persians. What about, like... I could try making my own... type. My own sort of type of, legend. My own legend type. This is ambitious. Xerxes? Could do Xerxes, yeah. Good one. Like, what about, like, something a little more... Like... Okay, so the main... I'm gonna quickly just sort of... Just so I can organize my thoughts a little bit, like, the main... The 3 legend types are... Just to help me organize. Heroic, legitimizing, and holy, right? Okay. Okay. Those are the 3 legend types. Heroic, legitimizing, and holy. I could make my own legend type. I'm also gonna put there. So this is like prestige. For now, these are like their archetypes, right? They all have like their archetype or whatever. Piety. Okay, I can make my own legend type. But what would it be based on? Like, what would be the number be associated with? Darius III would also be interesting. The guy was only famous for losing to Alexander, but he was actually revered as a warrior and strong king before his defeat. Like, things were looking up for the Achaemenids when he ascended. Oh, okay, interesting. Thoughts on custom legend type? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking a custom legend type. But I don't know, what would it be? What would the theme be for a custom legend type? Because it's obvious, like, you could go, like, the prestige, piety, renown, those, like, the 3 things. But if you look in the game here, like, what would be another thing you could do? You could do gold? That'd be an interesting... That'd be interesting. I don't know how you'd implement a gold legend. You could do one based on certain stats. So we could do, like, for example... Gold? Yeah, gold is interesting. Okay. Let me we workshop that. Okay. Gold. 3 question marks because I'm a little bit... A wealth. Like, a wealth legend. Okay. Wealth legend. Okay. What would that exactly mean? Let's think about what that means. What exactly is a wealth legend? This is an interesting idea, right? Oh, like development? It's like a development-based, maybe? Development-based? Maybe like unique contracts? Unique vassal contracts? To pay a coin to local storyteller? Could be... Unique buildings? Oh, that's a good one. Okay, hold on. Unique buildings, right? That's interesting. Unique artifacts. Satrapies, taxes with supervision. Yeah, I do actually... Yeah, you're right. I do have the... I have personalized taxation as a culture 10 here. I'll hide this document for a second. Personalized taxation or whatever. I do have, like, stuff about satrapies or whatever. You gotta pay the troll toll against that boy's soul. I've also seen It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's a good one. My partner introduced me to that meme. I think with satrapies. So could it be... I think maybe the unique... Like, the unique contract, maybe, would be an interesting way to do, like, a satrapy. Put that here. For unique vassal contracts. Why is this... Did I spell the word contracts wrong? Oh, I think I'm writing in French. Okay, that's interesting. These vassal contracts. Satrapies. Development legend. Yeah, maybe it's a development legend. That's interesting. Okay, I like this idea. Who's a figure in Achaemenid history that's very representative of like large economic growth? Let's say. Let's take a look at. Obviously, we do have a guy who's writing a paper on Achaemenids in chat, so you know if you wanna if you wanna contribute, I'm more than happy to listen. But I'm just see if I can like Achaemenid monarchs and we just see like who are some famous Achaemenids that we could look into as like they call it like people that did great economic reforms. Monthly experience and fascination, yeah. Although fascination's kind of lame. I wouldn't want to do fascination, but I think it'd be cool to do. Yeah, too much pressure? No, I'm just messing with you. Don't worry. You don't have to do anything. I'm just messing around. Let's see. Like there's Xerxes the Great, but I don't know if he did much economic stuff. We can look at Xerxes. What's he like? He's Darius the First's son. Mansa Musa, but I'm thinking of someone from the Achaemenid Empire, right? Who invented the concept of a satrapy? Like, who invented that? Is that one of Cyrus' inventions? If I type satrapy into the search for Cyrus. Okay, it's Cyrus that seems to have come up with the idea, right? If he did everything, developed the coinage of the empire? Oh, damn, okay. Yeah, it looks like Cyrus is kind of... Because he's the first one, or whatever, like the very first Achaemenid emperor. It looks like he was kind of the one responsible for... During his reign, Cyrus began control of vast region, continued to change satrapies. There's a new conquered worlds with satraps continued. So basically, Darius the Great continued the satrapies that Cyrus the Great founded. So we could definitely do it based on Cyrus. Based on Cyrus, maybe something like that. Because he created the satrapies, right? What a shit trap he is. True. Karakutsune really is the worst chatter. I love him. He's my favorite. What about Cyrus anyways? It's true, yeah. Okay, let's do it like that then. So this is gonna be like the mechanics, I guess you could say. And the way that these will work is, so how do these tie into, so let's quickly shift here. How do these tie into like getting the like revived ancient Persian culture? I'm gonna say so there will be 5 unique culture traditions. I'm gonna say that, okay? Each of these legends unlocks one of them, okay? I think that's a pretty good way to do it. We'll say except Amestris. She can unlock one as well, but you don't need her. Unlock one of them, and you need 4 of them. You need 4 to revive the old culture. I think that's a pretty interesting way to do it. Like, it's like the what we check for when you get the button to like revive ancient Persian culture will be if you have the unique culture traditions. Indeed, 4 of them might be a lot to ask for though, because let's say you have to reform them, like unless we can do it through an event where they just get given to you, but you might have to, like, if you have to reform them, whatever, then that would take a long time. But maybe taking a long time is good if that's how you want it to be. I don't know. Okay. We also talk about unlocking the seeds too. So unlocking the seeds being the thing. They weren't an elite unit, but they got their name because they were so numerous that they would be replaced immediately upon death. Well, this is from Herodotus anyway, though. Don't know if it's a real thing. I'm gonna be honest. 69. I'm just calling Mr. 69. So I'm gonna call you. Okay. Even if immortals are like kind of like hyped up more than what they're supposed to be in terms of history, I almost want to do the thing. I forget. There's a term for this. I forget what it's called. Where, like, you know how in documentaries or TV shows they'll show like Roman marble as being unpainted because in today's world, like, Roman marble is always unpainted, even though when it was actually made, it would have been painted. Like, I kind of want to do a system of that, where it's like, even if immortals actually weren't an elite unit back in the day, they're perceived that way by, like, everyone today because of what our culture is. So it's like I almost want to appeal more to the revisionist idea as opposed to the true history, because it's more fun, you know? Because it's more fun. That kind of thing. Like I'm almost appealing to like fun over history, which, you know, that's pretty normal for CK3. It feels like sometimes. Person of the Middle Ages would know Herodotus anyway, and probably had this legendary idea as well. Yeah, something like that. Well, either way, the point is that like I think it's more fun to make immortals something special, even if in reality they kind of weren't. Also, what's up, Rudafan? How you doing? The same with the pyramids. They didn't look like Minecraft piles back when they're in their prime. Yeah, they had limestone on them, right? Didn't they have like a layer of limestone, which slowly got looted away over time? Instead, and then now they're just like sandy rocks. But previously they were like shiny. Well, not shiny, but like they were like white with limestone. A smooth surface, yeah, exactly, yeah. I've heard of that. You need 4 to revive them. 4 to revive the old culture. The revived culture, it's like, should it change your culture to that culture, or should you just be able to? We could do the divergence thing, but I think that's nah. I don't think we want to do that. Being really fucking drunk, greasing stuff up, and then just deciding to put down the pyramid back in the day. That's got to be a legend, true. He actually wants to renovate the pyramids, but have some of them again. At least that was in the talks a couple months ago. Archaeologists around the world are in panic. Yeah, I assume that people don't want that. Yeah, hybrid. Maybe it's more like a hybrid instead. Or it could be that like you spawn a character, and that maybe you spawn a county that has the culture. But no, I think it should go from the top down, not the bottom up. It should be the character himself who changes culture, not like a county, the new hybrid. I think it is reasonable to ask that you have to totally abandon your old culture. You have to just like become a Achaemenid or whatever. I don't know what we'll call the culture, but you have to actually change culture. Culture divided in the county, a special building will be built upon completion. So I'm gonna put a question here. Should the culture like be a whole new one, which the player swaps to? Or should it be a selectable like, new heritage and language? Because I've already implemented, it's very easy to implement new languages in the game, by the way. I've already implemented in this current like iteration of the mod the Avestan language. So you could just have it so that like instead of having a whole new culture called whatever, I named it Achaemenid for simplicity, but whatever you want to call it, you could just have that uniqueness of the culture is marked by the Avestan language. You could do that instead. Or you could do it through a heritage. I picked Iranian heritage because, you know, I just wanted, like, it fits with what's around here, but you could make it like ancient Persian heritage or something like that. Asian Creole, that's a legend? True. I don't want to do any Duolingo right now, though. My brain is too tired to do Duolingo, so we're not going to do that. Should it be a selectable new heritage and language? Don't know yet. On screen. Beyond that, what other we can get into the nitty-gritty of some of these legends. So you've made the culture already. Yeah, I already have that. That's the easy part, is making the culture. Like here you can take. I'll show you the tenants and stuff. It's not perfectly localized yet, but like there's Immortals, which gives you a cool new unit, and then it also gives some of the effects of like other stuff. There's Darius Legacy, which gives you better tax collectors, and then you get the Deccan tax decree from it. And then I gave I decided to be a little bit interesting with it. I gave it so that it makes you dislike people of your own culture, and what I had in mind for that was I was thinking if you had two different characters who were independent, let's say like kings or whatever, who believed that they were both inheritors of Darius Legacy, they probably wouldn't like each other because they would see themselves as like the true inheritor of Darius Legacy, like rather than the other person. So there'd be like jealousy. But then I gave Opinion of Liege so that your own vassals wouldn't hate you for it. That way you wouldn't have like mass problems with opinion. It just makes independent rulers not like each other much. So every Achaemenid character likes their liege better, which does mean that in theory, if you had an Achaemenid character under a non-Achaemenid liege, it would be kind of weird. Your vassals would all hate each other though. Yeah, I guess that's true. You're right. I guess I probably would have to find some better way to implement this. Probably just would have to make it so that the characters are more likely to cause rebellions. I don't know. But yeah, you're right. There's a problem with that. Yeah, that makes all the vassals not like each other. It's an interesting independent ruler opinion. Maybe that's the way to do it. Regardless, the point is like I wanted to implement some kind of like interesting form of like jealousy between rulers who all think they're like Darius's true inheritor. Then I have the Scythian bows, which gives you a cool archer unit, and it gives some modifiers that are like having horse archers, but not quite. And it's based on like the fact that I believe, if I understand my history correctly, it'd be cool. I think that like Achaemenids often either hired Scythians, or they had Scythian archers. I don't know how to explain it, but there was, Scythians were involved, I guess you could say, in the military of the Achaemenids, I think, from the little bit of research that I did. No elephants. There's already a way to get elephants, is how I looked at it. Like, if you want to get elephants, you can go to India or something, because there's no elephants in this part of the world anymore, right? You can go to India if you want to get the elephants. For personalized taxation, this is just like, I wanted this to represent like the satrapies, more or less. So it makes more parochial vassals, and then like learning language, so it's like more like diversity kind of thing, and then better tax collectors. And I made it so you have fewer tax jurisdictions, because like the characters focus more on giving like personalized taxes, so it's like there's more effort put into it, so you get more taxes, but then there's fewer jurisdictions. But it's whatever. In terms of making a French localization, by the way, if this mod actually does get completed and like ends up in an English localization, I'd be happy to localize it into French. Yeah, you could add more volume chance there. Maybe that's a good idea. Yeah, maybe that's where it could go. I did make these. All of these are ones that I made. That's why the localization is broken, because I didn't put a localization in. I just made the entries and then put them as temporary, so I could know to fix it later. But yeah, some of these localizations are quite fixed either. Some of these are still a little broken, but yeah. Either way, let's look back at the document here. So the main like gameplay loop, you could say, the main gameplay loop. The main gameplay loop is like finding the legend seeds, right? So to be clear, like you don't like these, right? So these are the seeds. I'll put yeah, these are the seeds, and you don't start with these right away, because otherwise it'd be too easy just to begin them. It should be difficult to find these seeds, right? I think that seeds should be found through like decisions or artifact, maybe from artifacts, only on grand tours. No, it should be through like decisions that take you through event chains that require certain things. But this is all very vague, right? Like I want it to be like I want there to be like a button that you can click in your decisions thing. Like, see, for example, I have here study the Gathas at Cyrus's tomb. This is like one decision I have. This is like one thing I have as like an example thing you can do. It'd be cool if like you do this, and then this is like a useful button to click in general. So like, okay, I think I just thought of how I wanna word it. Okay. Also, I'm so sorry about the brightness on my face. I can't do anything. I can't block out the sun. My blinds are already closed. It's snowed, so because of the snow, the sun is very bright. The main gameplay loop is like doing regular activities which have a chance of spawning the seed, which are increased by certain stats or traits on a character. So here, I'll use this as an example just because why not? And yes, the Tomb of Cyrus is in the game. It's like here or whatever. They call it the Tomb of Bathsheba or whatever. But isn't it like believed that that Cyrus is also buried here or something? I don't know. But point is that, like, basically with this decision, as I've implemented it right now, it makes you travel to the Tomb of Bathsheba, and then you get a little event chain. What I want it to be is almost like when you go to this tomb, like normally you would do it just because like I implemented a new trait called the Gatha Scholar. You might choose to do this decision because you just want to level up your trait, but then every once in a while, if you're lucky, and if you maybe are especially aligned with like Darius's, I don't know, Darius's like stuff, or Cyrus's requirements, whatever they might be, then you have a higher chance of spawning the seed every time you do the activity. I think that would be like a cool way to do it. So it's like, for example, Cyrus, right? study the Gathas at Cyrus' tomb, which a person would do just because the Gatha's scholar trait is nice to have. But if they have certain traits and let's say artifacts, how about that? Certain traits and artifacts, then they have a higher chance of spawning the seed each time they go to study. Something like this, right? I think that'd be a good way to do it. So can I like, yeah, can we do that? Each time they go to study. So it is RNG, but weighted RNG. And then in terms of, I don't know what things would make Cyrus's seed more likely to spawn, but figure that out. Doing mysticism currently by just holding a mystical communion through decision. Yeah. University visit in the area too. Maybe well we can integrate it with other activities. That's a good idea. So we don't have to necessarily make it so that like you have to like do explicitly the stuff that I write out that you got to do. Like we could also do it through like university visits or whatever. So like plan a university visit. If you go to like Isfahan or something, maybe you can find the seed there. That's throwing on a legendary animal. Yeah, that kind of thing, Bear. That kind of thing. Like you stumble on it. You know, you don't necessarily search for it, but you end up getting it. I think university is a good way to do it too. So let's pick Isfahan as a good example. Let's make it a different example though. So example, I would say that it makes sense for Isfahan to be the Zoroaster connection. Okay, so the Zoroaster connection. Attend university at Isfahan. And there's a chance you get the Zoroaster connection. Or, I'm going to put or, if you become the Seoshant. Okay, this is the shortcut, right? If you're on the Seoshant, then you get the seed right away. I think that would be fair for Zoroaster, right? It's like, if you become the Seoshant, it's pretty obvious that you can claim a Zoroastrian connection. But if you don't become the Seoshant, you can do it at Isfahan as well. That way, I like having the alternative options. That's a nice way to do it. So maybe I'll think about how to do it. Cyrus probably just do it by going to his tomb. But with the Zoroaster one, I think that having the two ways to do it through either Isfahan or through the Seoshant would make a lot of sense. How about the Immortals? Okay. If you know the type of legend seeds, it's probably easier to think of the places where to find them. Same with technological development seeds and pomegranates for theological seeds. Yeah. So that makes a lot of sense for sure. You could do it through, yeah, you could also do it through, I'll put another or you could, if you're Zoroastrian, any pilgrimage has a chance of spawning the seed. Only if you're Zoroastrian, though. But basically, the point is that like there are many different ways to do it. I think I'll have to think of ways to do it. Immortals are interesting. So Immortals, like, you could maybe just from fighting battles with it. You can just from fighting battles. It can just be as simple as that. Like, sometimes when you win a battle, like it'll spawn a seed, and it'll be the Immortal seed. Sometimes it could be simple as that. It could be based on. It could be like an MTTH thing, a mean time to happen, based on how many heavy infantry you have in your collection of men-at-arms. So it could be based on battles. Vision doing a battle would be a sick event, yeah. Interesting, yeah. Could be a battle stacking toughness and armor unlocking. Oh, I like that a lot. Okay, I'm gonna put could be based on battles. Could be based on just like. Random chance per month, influenced by amount of heavy infantry MAA. Or, I like the idea that it's based on, like, your toughness. Okay. Or, I'm gonna put a big capital or. Unlockable through having any MAA with, like, let's say 150 toughness. So you have to stack up an MAA to a large, like a big 150 is a lot of toughness. Okay. We're saying I thought you were Indian. Yeah, I definitely can pass for Indian sometimes. More like Kashmiri maybe, but I can pass for Indian. Maybe 100. We'll think of what number to make it, but let's put 100 asterisks. toughness. The asterisk meaning like come back to that. But maybe if you have any MAA with 100 toughness, then like you can unlock immortals by a decision. It's like martial too accessible. I feel like I want it to be something like if it's gonna be a legend, it's gotta be like legendary, you know? I think getting a unit with 100 toughness is quite a legendary thing to pull off, right? Like if you can do that, like that's pretty crazy. You know? The question is how would be the problem with this is how to implement it. I have no idea how to implement that. Convert better than unlock, like immortals could be archers too. Oh, I see. Like you turn a certain unit into an immortal unit. That's getting really complicated. I think this is already ambitious enough to have it be like you unlock the unit based on having an MAA with a certain amount of toughness. To be fair, you can circumvent it pretty easily with elephants. So maybe we add an exception that it can't be an elephant because elephants would pretty easily hit that requirement, I think. Yeah, elephants already have 58, so it's not too difficult to get them to 100. But yeah, that's an interesting. I mean, it's an interesting thought. I also realize that I don't even have it on screen right now, but it's an interesting thought to be like have it based on the MAA toughness. Okay, well we'll come back to immortals maybe, and then another example would be maybe the Darius Descendant. Okay. Post in Discord, it's not dual stream. Sure, that sounds good. That sounds good. Put it in the CK3 section or something. Darius Descendant. Okay. Darius is kind of like the ultimate overarching figure, you could say. Pure-blooded trait. That'd be funny. But no, I think that'd be too like railroaded. I wouldn't want it to be just that. Maybe it can have weight, that maybe pure-blooded can help, but Darius Descendant. So Darius is like obviously the most famous of any accumulated characters. So I'm gonna say like, you know, extremely. Maybe this one is funny in that it's actually not that hard to get. This is like the most common one, maybe. Extremely prestigious characters of Iranian heritage generate this seed. Like just you know, if you hit Living Legend, or I guess now it's called like they have a different term for Living Legend now because they added a trait that was Living Legend. It's like okay. Now it's called Legendary Figure. That's the name of the level. That's the max level of fame, Legendary Figure. But extremely prestigious characters of Iranian heritage generate this seed. And what else is like another identifying characteristic? Is Darius is kind of just the accumulated guy. Like I don't know how to particularly narrow down exactly what it is. Your game crashed 8% of the Unite Africa goal. Damn, that sucks. Just stop trying to Unite Africa, bro. It's a lame goal anyway. Got him. Right, this okay. Maybe the actual descendant or just impersonating descendants with like Chronicles. Well, it's you have to. Well, yeah. It's I don't know if Darius even has any. I don't know if Darius even has any like what do you call it? Like descendants that could be traced at this time. So it's just someone claiming it. Like you don't actually. It's like how you get the ancient Egyptian descendant seed, where you don't actually need to be Egyptian. You just need to you don't actually need to have trace your lineage like Ramses or anything like that. You just end up getting the seed through having a similar culture. You're playing out the achievements? No. I'm modding. I'm modding Oxyco. The achievements were too easy. I didn't care about the achievements. Okay, I'm thinking of a mod to make. Because before this DLC came out, I was already working on a mod, and then the DLC came out, and I'm like, well, now I want to re-implement everything I did, but using legends because legends are way cooler. So that's why I'm like, screw it. Is it worth the new DLC? Worth the £15? I don't know. I'm gonna make a review for Ordinary Modder. Okay, I'm already writing out a review for the DLC. Wait till that comes out, and then you can determine better. Because it's hard for me to go on a big tangent about the DLC's like monetary value when I'm trying to think about modding stuff right now. So wait, the review will come out in like a day or two. It's not gonna be too long. So subscribe and wait around for it. Just characters around here to generate this seed. Yeah, okay. Maybe this one's the weird one in that even though Darius is by far the most prestigious character of the accumulated culture, he ends up being the easiest seed to get. I could put in a classic legend to get access to Darius Ascendant? Okay. Here, let me open up the game files real quick. Let's look at what historic seeds exist already. Because I think I already have it. Yeah, I already have it open. In my legend seeds. I'll show it up on the screen. I'm just gonna show my monitor because I don't know if I could just this to make it simple. I'll get rid of the Word document. Okay. Let's see. So, are there any particular legends that would like nicely correspond to Darius? Because we could do it. We could base it off of stuff that's already in the game. We want a backup though in case the person already used that. What sort of what you want to do? I want to add a way to like use legends to revive like ancient Persian culture, and have the culture have a bunch of like unique traditions, and just like a fun implementation of legends that's a little more unique than what's currently in the game. Because I feel like a lot of the legends in the game are relatively like flat. Like it's like, oh, they're mostly the same to each other. They just give like maybe slightly different claims, and that's about it. I want it to be like a more complex legend system where we can sort of do multiple legends to contribute towards one bigger legend and that kind of thing. You can look at Egyptian Scottish legend. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that isn't very relevant to like Persia because I'm doing the Achaemenids, right? I'm doing like the Achaemenid legend, so I don't necessarily want to do like Yazdegerd the Third is interesting, but he's Sasanian, so he's not exactly Achaemenid, but I mean, I guess. Is Yazdegerd in the... can I find him in the history? He should exist in the history, right? Ardashir, Banebshen, Bahram, Hormaz, Sro, Heroes, Hormaz. Yazdegerd the Second. Yazdegerd the Third, are you around here? Did I miss him? Yeah, there he is. Okay, there he is. I missed him. Yeah, I guess he's Zoroastrian. Should be for inspiration. Oh, yeah, okay. That's for inspiration. That makes sense. Take a look at it. What exactly does it do? You see, this is the thing, right? It doesn't do anything different than any of the other heroic legends. So it's like kind of like whatever to me to that. Like, this is what I mean about how like this heroic legend is no different than like the Sons of Lodbrok heroic legend in terms of the actual gameplay. These guys, wait, you wouldn't. Yeah, these guys. Would this guy in theory have access to the Sons of Lodbrok? He does. Interesting. Okay. Legend Seed. Well, a bit of both. A bit of both. A bit of both. Because I want to, like I was looking at the when I was taking my notes here, I wrote down that I was organizing my thoughts and I was like, there's 3 legend types, but there's no reason why you couldn't in theory modify the legend type to make like a unique one, like have like a totally unique one. I thought about like maybe a new general legend called like a wealth legend, where it's based on like development and money and like vassal contracts, but like 1,000 counties. Well, the max is 500 from my testing. I believe you actually can't spread a legend beyond 500 counties. I tried to test. I wanted to see if I could cover the whole map in legends. I think 500 counties is the limit. But yeah, add like more types where like, but when I say type, it's not like I wouldn't want it to be a new archetype. I would want it to be like a unique one where it's like Darius Descendant, for example. This one would just be like its own type that is completely unique to anything else. That's kind of what I have in mind. Whereas when I did think of a more like general type, like the Wealth Legend, but I don't know about that per se. Where like its whole thing is it just gives you like new, like it gives you a bunch of development, vassal contracts, whatever, that kind of thing. We'll see though. I'll think about that. I think each of these is gonna have to be their own type, and then the type is like unique to them. So it's like, I don't know what I call it, but like Cyrus type, I guess. I don't know. It probably wouldn't really have a particular name because it's gonna be unique. Maybe the unique type, and then the unique types can have different effects. Because one thing I know that you can do, because of the fact that, for example, Gothic Kings lets you, like, it has one different effect from the other legitimizing stuff, which is that you can get the heritage and language from legendary culture. Because that exists, that tells me that it must be possible to have the same legend type have a different effect than other legend types. So I want to try to keep the unique legends I have in mind within the 3 archetypes so they can fit more nicely within the game and not be such an outlier. But at the same time, if I can't do that, I won't do that. But this tells me there must be a way to have slightly different rewards for different legends. So I'll look at the code more closely later. But we'll get around to that. For now, I think for Darius, I think it's just characters of Iranian heritage with weight towards more militaristic people. I think Darius is generally seen as like a relatively militaristic emperor. So militarism is good with more militaristic leanings. Okay. Or, upon completion of Yazdegerd's legend, you get this legend. Not because Yazdegerd is explicitly related to, not because Yazdegerd is particularly related to the Achaemenids in any way, but more just because it's like another ancient, not ancient, in this case only a couple hundred years old, but like another sort of historical Persian emperor. So it's like, oh, if I'm related to that one, maybe I'm related to the other one, right? It's that sort of connect. Oh, I'll put that in the notes, actually. That's good to put in the notes. Not because Yazdegerd is related to Darius, but because if you're related to one old Persian emperor, maybe you're related to the other, right? Makes sense, right? I think that would be a reasonable way to get the seed. You know, I think that makes a bit of sense. Who even has access to Yazdegerd's seed, though? Like, that sounds... Whenever I say seed, I'm sorry, I'm a degenerate. Whenever I say the word seed, I think of, like, you know... You know what I'm talking about, right? Surely. Dynasty 790. Okay, check the history for who that is. Yeah, nuts, yeah. He said it. He said it, chat. Check the history for what dynasty that is. Let's just check 790 then. There's a lot of 790s. Oh, damn, it's a date. Any dynasty numbers? If only they'd put a note here to tell me which family it was. Their dynasty. That one. Be in here somewhere. Here, Dynasty 790. It's in Persian characters. Okay, we'll open that up real quick. Thing. Game. History. Characters, Persian. Makes sense that's a Persian character, but still. Okay. Oh, it's Sabuktigin. Okay, it's the Ghaznavids. Okay, so they have access to the Yazdegerd. They have access to it. It's interesting that they do. The blood of Yazdegerd the Third. Let's take a look at what this legacy's like. I assume it's the same. We got a claim to the Persian Empire. Okay, yeah, all right. Okay. So this is only available to. Oh, bro, you got an exam. You gotta go to sleep, bro. Get ready for your exam. You gotta do that. The Yazdegerd is only shown if you are this dynasty and your Kappa. So you have I think maybe I'd almost even want to change this so that this like make another Yazdegerd the Third seed, which is available to non Ghaznavids. Or it could just be a Ghaznavid thing. I don't know. I mean, I think I might just remove this piece of text. Or just add an or to it, so that way it can just be Zoroastrian or be Iranian. I'll think about it. You want the mod to be strictly Achaemenid? I mean, I don't want to bloat the mod, right? Like I don't want to bloat it. So I could like sprinkle in Sasanian stuff. So we could, but it's like I don't want to end up I don't want to end up just being like getting too ambitious. I want to keep it like, let's keep it simple, right, before we start sprinkling other things. Maybe we just keep it simple with just prestigious characters and lock it. Like just it can be like if you're a legendary figure, then every, you know, there's like a 5% chance every month that you get it or something, and it's just simple like that. It could just be something like that. Yeah. Because the Immortal one is already pretty unique, and I'm already going to have a field day trying to implement something like this. Like unlocking it with toughness on an MAA. I don't even know where to start to implement that, but I'll try to figure it out. This one I think is cool. Zoroaster connections based on either being Seoshiant or, you know, going to university. Think about the idea of the Christian, the Prester John Christian Indian thing. I think it's a good idea. Yeah, I don't see why not. Like for me, like any seed idea is cool. You know, like there's no reason not to have more seeds, because they can always be interesting. But obviously, like, you know, I'm not particularly interested in Christian India as a seed right now, but maybe sometime. I like this one about how you engage in. Like, I created the activity for gathering, like going to Cyrus's tomb, so you can just have it based on that. So that way, there's like a thing you're doing in the game already, and then you can be like kind of gaining something from it too, like potentially getting from it. And the last one was Amestris, right? But Amestris is the non-Persian accessible one. So Amestris. This one you have to be exclusive for non-Persians. To a rare event during burial. Doesn't it? Yes, maybe. It should be multiple sources. It shouldn't just be one way to get the seed. So I'll note it down. Maybe during burials. I'll note it down. But it should be like, you know, there will be multiple ways to get it, I think. Into Persian culture, let's say. Into the, we'll say into like, into investigating. Like the Achaemenid mod stuff, let's say. And there's a cultures that are in the Anatolia. It's all Greek and Armenian, basically. That's all you get, and Georgian if you count this as Anatolian. I don't know if that's Anatolian, but Greek and Armenian is basically all you have. They've I don't know if this is particularly historically accurate. You know, like this mass Greek blob. Even, you know, I'm sure there's more granularity to Greek culture at this time, but yeah, but definitely you commonly see divergences though. So as you play, if you have Royal Court, AI will diverge constantly as Greek, and you end up with lots of different stuff going on. Yeah. Okay. The Amestris, like, her seed is acquired by what I mean, I think hers should be relatively simple. Actually, maybe hers should just be available to anyone that owns, by simply directly owning Heraclea, which is the city here. If you have this barony, then you get it. Her Imperator campaign, she was fun. Yeah, I played as her Imperator like twice. She's a lot of fun to play as. I think it should just be simple as that. This one doesn't have to be complicated. This is just like if you have Heraclea, and you're not Iranian heritage. The seed would let you become Iranian and bring your vassals with you. So the point of this would be like if you wanted almost to like an Alexander the Great LARP in a way. Learn language or have an Iranian spouse. Ooh. That's unnecessary. That's a thought. No, I'll put it as a thought. Maybe it should require Iranian language or an Iranian spouse. That's not a bad idea. As like a potential way to spice it up a little bit, right? I like the idea that it would be like a what do you call it? A realm-wide Iranian conversion. Like, think of like, I don't know if it would make, I think probably you'd have to just go Persian, because I imagine that you wouldn't be Kurdish or Tajik or anything. You'd become Persian explicitly, and you could make your realm become Iranian by doing this. In almost a reverse of Amestris in history or whatever. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Like, did Amestris like Hellenize? I imagine she did, or at the very least she was Hellenized by history. But like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know if she personally chose to be Hellenized, but she ended up being Hellenized historically. This is like the inverse of that, where like now the character becomes Iranian through the story of Amestris, like and de-Hellenizes. Outside of Imperator based, yeah, me neither. No, me neither. She was more. I think she was famous for being married to like Lysimachus, right? Like she got married to Lysimachus, and then that was like her big thing. It sucks because you never want. It feels misogynistic to identify a woman by who she married, but I'm pretty sure that was her claim to fame, was being the descendant of the Achaemenids and also being married to one of the Diadochi. I think anyway. Let's do a little light reading on Wikipedia maybe. Why not? Little is known about her before her first marriage. See, this is the unfortunate the unfortunate misogyny of history. She did become relevant until her marriage. She was drowned by her sons, damn. Did she not marry? Yeah, she did marry Lysimachus. Yeah, I was gonna say, I was saying she thinks she married. She married a tyrant of Heracleopontica, and then I assume she took over the throne or something. Then she married Lysimachus. Yeah. I see. Sorry, now I'm just reading about this. You jump our 2 sons in 884, Concho was revenge for Lysimachus. Damn, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's basically, he's basically famous for getting drowned and for marrying Lysimachus and other people. Yeah. Based ex-husband, actually true. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, so, you know, it could be interesting to have that requirement. Basically, like, the purpose of this legend is to Iranify the character and their realm as a introduction to the mod's content, if they're not already Iranian. That way, even non-Iranians have a way to get into this content. Now, obviously, you could also get into it by just hybridizing with, like, an Iranian culture. You know, that's one way. Like, you could just be like, oh, let me just go become an Iranian culture. But this is, like, a nice way to do it. Like, it's obviously possible to just Iranify, and introduction, by the way, Iranify manually. But this is nice flavor. This is a nice flavorful way to do so. You know what I mean? Like, it's just nice to have, like, a way to do it that is more flavor-based, but you don't have to do it if you don't want to. You can also just do it by normally. Okay. So I don't necessarily know exactly what these all are going to do yet, you know, but these are the 5 legends that I want to base the mod off of. These are the 5 that you're going for. Chocolate chip or like melon? I'd say it's more like chocolate chip. Just because it's you know, it's sweet. Thinking about Amestris' marriage is not like getting drowned by your own children. How sweet, you know? Whereas melon would be more exotic. Although I guess Amestris is kind of exotic because she's in Greece and she's Persian. I don't know. Melon chip. That's a good one. Yeah, maybe it's melon chip. I never thought of that. That's based. GIGACHADDING. Let's go down and take a look. I'm gonna dox my. Oh no, I can't show that. I have Millennia Early Access. I'm not allowed to see that. Mithra. That's like Mithraic in Imperator, right?
Okay, yeah, that's interesting. It could even you could even like have a like the thing where you Oh, okay, what's this? Oh yeah, I've seen this. I've seen that's not a bug. That's just sometimes the AI is just weird. Sometimes the AI this remember compose. I've seen this before. Sometimes the AI is just really weird about matrilineal marriages. Okay. That's an interesting idea, but I wonder. I guess we'd have to base that off of Artaxerxes. That would be who that would, considering that you mentioned him by name. But I think I'll think about that. I'll think about it. But I think for now, these five are going to be what I sort of go for. I think before I want to sort of establish like what, like, because I don't want to end up changing my mind as we go. I want this to be the five. These, to me, these are like the five. You could say pillars, like it's Islam or something. Five pillars of the Achaemenid mod. Let's say, you know, on Greeks to get Achaemenid seeds. I think that the way that I want that to be put is through a mistress. So because I thought about that, Dominic, where I'm like, yeah, what about like a Greek character who wants to get these seeds, right? I think that it should be through the Amestris seed that you unlock the ability to get the Achaemenid seeds. In fact, what if instead of how about this? Maybe instead of actually changing culture, it just marks the dynasty which has completed the seed as now effectively Iranian for the purpose of getting seeds. We could also do it that way, because I want the Amestris thing to be the introduction. I want Amestris to be the introduction to non-Iranians getting into the seeds. That could be a good way to do it. It just flags the dynasty. So whatever dynasty completes it, now that dynasty is able to access it. Make it structured. I like that use of the K letter. Heck in Germans. But yeah, I think this is what I want to start with. It's just I want to create 5 legend seeds, and then 5. I guess each one's gonna be a unique legend type, more or less. You just should know how it worked. Yeah, play around with it and you'll figure out how it works. It's basically like I don't even fully understand how the spreading works yet. Like I know how the legends work in terms of their like modifiers and stuff. I don't know how the spread works. The spread is interesting. Like it's like a per day chance to spread to a new county, but then like it depends on who's supporting the thing. But then if you're their liege, it also spreads. Like basically the best way to spread a legend, from what I've seen, is to just have a large empire and then put your chronicler on the domestic spreading option, so that they just have a higher chance to spread throughout the region, and just hope that it spreads that way. That's the best I've come up with. Because I've tried doing it where I have a small realm and then I get the chronicler to try and spread it to other characters around, but that's like, yeah, it works okay, but not always. Alexander type legend? No, I don't want to do Alexander. I think that having Alexander the Great as part of this would be bloating it. I wanted to focus particularly on famous Achaemenid figures and Achaemenid ideas. To me, like, there's nothing more famous in the Achaemenid like history than like Cyrus, Darius. Amestris is edging it. Like Amestris isn't that famous, but she's relatively famous. And then the Immortals, and the fact that they were the first Zoroastrian Persian Empire. You know, like they're the first like Zoroastrians or whatever. I also don't know why Achaemenid Revival would fondly remember Alexander. True, considering he ended them. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's also true. So those are the legend seeds. Okay. So what are the other mechanics? So let's talk about another mechanic then. So those are legends. The other mechanic would be like what used to be before Zoroastrianism? I guess pre-Zoroastrian Iranian paganism. Like they're like, I think that's actually what it's called. Is like there's nothing specific. So like pre-Zoroastrian Iranian paganism, I think would literally be what you'd refer to it as. Ancient Iranian religion. I've looked at this page before apparently. Like I'm pretty sure this is just like the amorphous, like similar to the faith of like the Canaanites before Judaism, where it's just kind of like various gods that are probably local to different cities. And then you end up with the one, like in the case of Judaism, like Yahweh was like just the patron god of one particular city of the Israelites, and that became the one god after they accepted him. Same with Ahura Mazda. It looks like the precursor of the Magi, just Ahura Mazda was like the chief, and then eventually he became the singular. It goes from being the head god to the only god. Yeah, this is like super ancient. Like it's before the Achaemenid period, right? So this is like the Achaemenids are kind of famous for bringing in Zoroastrianism, although like Mr. 69 said, it's a little more complicated than that. But you know, we don't have to be that into the details. You know, it can just be that the humans are famous for Zoroastrianism. Bunch of Assyrian god stuff. Yeah, I bet it's all very complicated, but obviously I'm gonna be simplifying the complexity of it in order to make the mod more palatable for presentation reasons. So like activities, right? Activities are really complicated. Activities. Learn to spell, idiot. Activities are really complicated, so I don't want to go too hard on this. I want one activity. Okay, I want to do one because I tried doing just one for the Yazidi mod. Dog, like, let me just pull up like one activity from the code to show you like how this stuff is kind of insane. Here, the feast, right? Okay. This is the feast. Okay. This is where it begins. This bracket. I'm gonna scroll down to where it ends. How many lines of code it is for the feast activity, to give you an idea of why I'm a little bit reluctant to add in like even one activity. Okay. Oh, are we almost there? Hold on. Legendary feast? Yeah, okay, so this legendary feast we're at now. Okay. Why is it so complicated? I don't know. They're super complicated. These are the phases of the feast. I think this whole document is dedicated to the feast. Yeah. So for the feast, okay, we're talking about almost 4,000 lines of code. Okay, the total number of lines of code in my accumulated mod is less than that. In the current iteration of this mod that I have right now, there are less than 4,000 lines of code. Okay, like, I'm a little reluctant to do an activity because it's like, this is just kind of beyond my abilities. But I can try. Like, even the hunt, I'm pretty sure, is a similar size. Hunt is actually a little bit less. Hunt is 1,408 lines. So it's like, yeah, okay. Witch Coven? Let's see, which ritual? It's probably a bit shorter. Witch Ritual is only 839. So even the Witch Ritual, which is a relatively simple activity compared to feasts and hunts, is still 800 lines of code. I think my mod might be 800 lines of code. Maybe it is. But the point is, like, this is complicated. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really want to mess with anything too. I wonder how big a funeral is actually. How big are funerals? I imagine they're quite big. Okay, 1,500. Yeah, 1,500 for the funeral. Not too bad. Not too bad. Need to get more mileage from spending your time on other aspects? Same, yeah, same. So I'm not sure I want to do... I'm going to put it as tentative. Like, maybe I want to do an activity. One activity at the most. If even that. You know, if even that. I could ask for help from more experienced modders to implement this. The activity I have in mind is like, so obviously I have a very rudimentary version of it right now in the form of like studying the Gathas, where you just like you just literally I know I did this, okay? You travel to this county. And then when you get there, you get an event that delays you by 14 days, and then you get another event after 14 days that you know, that gives you like a thing. So it's like, yeah. So it's like, you know, I don't necessarily want to I don't necessarily want to go beyond that. It's a trip to like important accumulated burial sites, let's say, to. What would you do there? Okay, so, you know, what do you do when you visit a burial site? Like, in the case of the mod I have right now, I made it so that the person went and studied the old Zoroastrian, like, Avestan texts, the Gathas, they're called. Just because I was like, I don't know, sure, that way you can learn more about Zoroastrianism, and through Zoroastrianism, you begin to learn about the Achaemenids, was the idea. But maybe it's just, like, to, like, get inspiration. Get inspiration from their stories, right? Like, you study up on their history. Like, you study up on the history of the Achaemenid rulers, or meant to contemplate ancestry and empires. Yeah, just like contemplate is a good word for it, right? Like, you just go to contemplate and then you get bonuses for it or whatever. That's more or less what I have in mind. I don't know how the tombs looked at this time. Pretty sure it was messed up during Alexander's conquest. I guess you could look at the murals and the whole I am standing where Cyrus once stood thing. Yeah, hidden pre-Islamic texts. Yeah, like I was thinking like I wanted to have a focus on the Gathas, I wanted to focus on the Gathas, which are like a pretty foundational text for the for Zoroastrianism. I think they're probably mentioned in here. Yeah, like these are like the I believe they are the core of Zoroastrian liturgy. I wanted to sort of have it something like something like this. To be fair, though, I'd have to do research because I don't actually know a lot about the Gathas. To be fair, I just know of their existence, but I don't really know a lot. I particularly chose them because part of the way that my mod works. Here, I'll switch back to the Seljuk guy. The way that my mod works is that it's all about justifying your ability to become Achaemenid by having learned the Avestan language, which I simulated by having there be a trait track for learning the Avestan language within the Gathas scholars. So if you can learn ancient Persian, if you can speak the language, then you can justify becoming that old culture. Like the fragments of the book. But the thing is that even in this time, it wasn't like the Gathas were unrecorded. Like it was totally possible that there would have been already like collections of these books. Yeah, I've seen the meditate decision. Yeah, it's an interesting idea. I could just copy that. Well, that's more or less actually what I did do when I made this decision. When I made the decision to travel or whatever to the tomb, it's actually mostly the same code. It's mostly the same code as meditating in seclusion. It's just that different event happens, but it's the same thing. We travel to a location. Were they out in the open though? I guess they wouldn't have been too out in the open because they were being treated poorly by Muslim rulers, but. This basically is the same code as the meditate in seclusion in terms of how it gets you a travel plan and then you go to a place and then you stay for a bit. So yeah. I'm more just thinking about what exactly I want the effects to be outside of giving you the seed, right? The activity should have a purpose beyond generating a seed, right? I don't want it to just be this is a button that you click every year because you're hoping to get the seed. I want it to be also an actually useful button. So it should have a usage. So beasts are. So I'm gonna sort of just take some notes here. So beasts equals vassal opinion plus prestige. Hunts equals prestige plus artifacts plus legitimacy. Okay, and then like what do you call it? Funerals equals piety plus prestige plus legitimacy. Like you see how like each of these activities kind of has like their purpose, right? I want to see where I could make my activity fit in. What other activities are there even? There's pilgrimages, obviously. Pilgrimages are, let's see, monthly learning. Interesting. University equals education upgrade plus, you know, XP plus artifacts, right? Pilgrimage is just straight piety. It's piety. Any tech boosts? Maybe. Grand Wedding is political plus prestige, because categories also give huge prestige. Grand Tour is like, I don't know, prestige plus dread or money or opinion. I think that's more or less what Grand Tours are for. And then Grand Tournaments for trait XP. That's an important one. Trait XP is an important one. Trait XP, artifacts, and you know, diplomacy. You could say diplomacy in a way. Why do I just keep thinking that I'm writing in French? I'm not writing in French. I don't know what's spelling it in French now. Permits for killing your kids. Plus air management. Okay, I'm not writing in French. Words. You gotta stop identifying me as writing in French. Okay. That leaves then, you know, what would be going to the tomb. Right, we'll call that. Air managed a messed up term. It is what it is. The tomb. What would going to the tomb do? So I think trade XP is good. I want to keep the Zoroastrian scholar thing that I have here, but we can change it though. Maybe we can add a new trait called like Achaemenid historian or something, and it can be just like a good thing for any Persian. It's good for any Persian ruler or something. I don't know. It's good for any ruler to just know about historical figures. Learning lifestyle perks. So it could be for like learning XP. We could just add in lifestyle XP. I'll add that up here. Making a whole new learning tree. Oh, okay, that's an interesting idea. I don't know if I want to do that, but I'm gonna write it down. Lifestyle XP for a unique perk tree. Ah, okay. That's an interesting thought, right? Lifestyle XP for a unique perk tree. And then maybe I can add in like another entry real quick. I'll put a star here. Like the perk tree would be focused on studying old characters and I don't know, that kind of thing, and you can't get XP from it normally. You only get XP by doing the tomb activity. So they give it like if you had a lifestyle, let's say like a lifestyle here for example, and there were no focuses. So it just is the perk trees, and then there's like a 6th slot here or whatever, and it's called like old Persian studies. There's no focus, so you can't passively get experience in it. You can't pick it, but you can get a perk by doing the tomb. That's a really good way to make you want to go to the tomb. Like vampirism, yeah, exactly. Just like the vampirism stuff. So I could even copy the code from that mod. I could look at that mod and take some of the code. Not copy, but steal. Bad artists copy, great artists steal, whatever. I could get inspired, you could say, by that mod. That's a good way to make a strong incentive to use the tomb. In the mod, yeah, in the Princess of Darkness, there's the vampirism mod where there's like a set of perks that you can only get through like Diablerizing, and so there's all mechanics. That mod is full of interesting mechanics, but there's perks you can only get through certain activities. You can't get them through a lifestyle, which I think is a really cool idea. So yeah, I think that makes sense. That's a good way to incentivize the tomb very uniquely. It's like, yeah, you want some unique perks, you're gonna have to do this, and the perks could be perks for this tree. Shouldn't be too OP, but should be worth going after. Diablerize the mod for mechanics. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, maybe that's what I'm trying to become an older vampire or whatever. Too OP, but should be worth going after. Especially by as important Zoroastrian theology. Yeah, I could do some research on Zoroastrianism. It could have, the lifestyle itself could have several trees. Although I don't know. Again, I don't know how ambitious I want to get, because obviously every lifestyle has 3 trees, right? I don't know if I want to have 1 tree or 2 trees or whatever. Maybe just 2. Maybe just 2. I don't know. That'd be nice, but it should be worth going after. And I'm trying to think what kind of things they should give. Like, what's the maybe like legitimacy. It'd be nice. Maybe legitimacy would be its focus. Legitimacy or claims. Now, this would be interesting, because I'm not sure how to. It'd be interesting to try to implement a perk. Like, imagine a perk. Immortals related MA, and maybe. Oh yeah. Oh, actually, hold on. Wait a minute. Legitimacy, and things that correspond to the requirements to get seeds. That would make the most sense. That way, it connects to itself, right? Or war-related deaths and injuries in the new update. I haven't noticed any, but it could be. They might have rebalanced things for all we know in some way. So what I mean by this is like, so for example, to get the Immortals, remember we mentioned you have to get the 100 toughness on an MAA? What if the way that you... What if the way that you helped to get this was there was... I'll put for example, a perk which gave a plus 25% toughness bonus to all MAA to help with Immortals. To get the Immortals, you must first become Pog Champion, true. Or for, let's say, the Zoroaster connection, for Zoroaster connection, you could be like, you convert to Zoroastrianism for cheaper. Like, literally just directly put it to Zoroastrianism as a cheaper conversion, Zoroastrianism, more cheaply. Then Cyrus. Yeah, I don't know. I'll think about that. But basically, perks that would make it easier to achieve the seed requirements. I gotta think of the seed requirements first. What's Asherism like in the base game? It's not very. I mean, it's special because it has the inbreeding stuff. But beyond that, it's pretty simple. It's ritual. It's communal identity, and it's ritual celebrations. So it's like you like partying, you like your own people, and you like to inbreed. It's cool in that it gives you the pure-blooded holy trait, but that comes from this. Yeah. Beyond that, it's relatively simple. It has dismantled priesthood, so you can revive the priesthood. By the way, what seed does that give if you do that? Great deed of Meteoritism. Is that giving anything special? No. Cool though. Oh my god, now he's just the Sultan of Romagna. That's so funny. I love when you bypass requirements and just do crazy stuff for like no reason. What am I doing? I'm just clicking all the buttons because they're fun to click. But yeah, okay. So obviously, I'd have to first figure out the seed requirements before making these perks. So there's an order of operations to be done here. But that's a cool. I think that's a really cool way to do it. Okay. I think I don't want to add too many more mechanics. I think I want this to be the mechanics, right? It's 5 legends, and it's 1 new activity, or maybe not an activity because it's too complicated. Maybe it'll just be. Maybe I'll keep it simple with this. I already have this implemented, where you travel to the tomb. We can keep it simple with this, maybe. You know, we'll see. I really want to try to learn how to make an activity because it'd be a really cool tool set to add to my modding list. I think that should be the mechanics. Let's not go too far, right? 5 seeds. 1 new activity. The activity corresponds to the seeds, more or less. Seeds correspond to the activity. You know, it loops into itself. That's nice. And then we talk about the goal, right? So obviously the goal of the player is to revive the old Persian culture. This is done by obtaining the completed legends from above. We have funerals already. True. Which each give access to new traditions, right? So here's actually how I think I want to do it. I actually want to make this way more dynamic. I don't want it to be like you go from your old culture to a Achaemenid culture, or whatever you want to call the culture, in 1 click. That feels kind of that feels too I don't know, sudden. I want it to be that whatever culture you are, whether it's Persian or whatever you are, you slowly transplant these Achaemenid culture traditions into your culture. I think it should be replacement. I think it should be a sacrifice in a way. It shouldn't be that you are your old culture plus the Achaemenid traditions. It should be you are your old culture and it's losing its identity to the Achaemenid culture. I think it's an interesting idea to have like the loss of identity that ties into the creation of a new one. So you're losing your sense of self, and then yeah, exactly. You gradually realize your Achaemenidness. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I like that a lot, Dominic. That's good. So, like, as you complete seeds, and the nice thing is because there's only 4, right? There'll be 4 traditions. It means you can still have your take on Achaemenid, because you can still have up to, by the end game, 4 more. That would make the whole mesh thing also work better. You get just more for whatever culture starts. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I guess it'd be 5 because the mesh would give 1. So let's say as you complete seeds, you get one of the 5 unique traditions, which isn't added, but which replaces one of your traditions at random. I'm going to say at random, so it's a little more funky that way. It replaces a tradition at random, unless you have no traditions other than the Achaemenid ones. So it's like, let's say I'm playing a Greek character, let's say I'm playing as the Byzantine Emperor, and I complete the Amestris thing, and I get the Amestris tradition. It might swap out my formation fighting experts, it might swap out legalistic, but it'll swap something out to simulate kind of the way that the culture is now evolving because of the influence of the character. Lose faith in Islam or ignore that aspect. I think you shouldn't have to lose Islam per se, because remember I mentioned that to like basically
each of these gives a particular culture. So if you want to just not embrace the Zoroastrian connection, you can be a non-Zoroastrian Achaemenid in every way except for the Zoroastrian tradition. I don't know what the tradition should particularly be yet, but like I think it should be modular in that way, where it's not that you either are Achaemenid or you're not. It's that you as the player can determine how Achaemenid you want to be based on like how many of the seeds you complete. So you can be Achaemenid in every aspect except for the Zoroastrian part, although of course it's pretty easy to game this, where you can just become Zoroastrian for like 1 second, do the legend, and then go back to being Muslim. But you know, I'm okay with that, right? If you want to like have a period of Zoroastrianism and then go back to the old faith. But I think it'd be cool if like you determine how culturally you want to become Achaemenid. After getting the unique culture, you should have as much content as you have to get there. I think it'd be okay to have like the potential to like have an end point in the mod that isn't necessarily having all 5 culture traditions. So it isn't necessarily about changing the culture to a new one, but about integrating aspects of Achaemenidness into your own culture. At which point the player determines how far they want to go, right? So maybe what you do is you just get the immortals. You just implement like the Achaemenid military style, and then that's all that you do. You know, like if you don't want to do more than that, then you just get the immortals, and that's that, right? That could be interesting. For example, a player might just get the immortal legend and then say, I don't want any more stuff, and you might call them 1/5 Achaemenid or whatever, or something. Or they might do 4 out of 5, leaving the Zoroastrian connection out of it to keep their old faith. In which case, they're almost completely Achaemenid except their faith. The dynasty tree is a reward. Yeah, that'd be interesting. Yeah, it actually would be a pretty like Pogger's idea to literally just take the already in-game legacies. Like if we go to like the legacies, how do I look at those again? I forgot. Here we go. If we just add it in, like in the brilliance tree, just add it in, like one of the seeds could just be in this. Maybe the Darius one is in here. That makes the most sense. Like we could add it to Ancient Authority. It already has the right name and everything. Like Ancient Authority, we just add in here spawns the seed for Darius. Rather than it being about fame, it's about renown. So if your family's famous enough, you can claim a connection to Darius. You know, that actually sounds pretty reasonable. But then that would require you to have the DLC. Which I think is fine. I think I would probably just add that you need to have certain DLCs to make the mod work, which I think is normal. A lot of mods require certain DLCs. So, yeah, just put it in there. I think that actually let me go add that to Darius. Add the seed to the 4th level Brilliance Dynasty Legacy. Yeah, I think that would make a lot of sense, right? Get legacies. So Brilliance requires you to be Iranian and to have the DLC, like I forget what it's called, the Legacy of Persia. So you could basically like you have to be an Iranian character, then get to Ancient Authority, but then beyond that you wouldn't necessarily have to stay Iranian. But I think it's reasonable though to add that requirement. I think it's not out of this world to be like, no, you have to be Iranian to get this. You have to be an Iranian character to do the Achaemenid stuff, except for the Amestris thing. And maybe if you complete the Amestris Legend, here's another thing you could do. It's very easy to add this. You complete the Amestris Legend, you unlock the Brilliance Legacy. You unlock access to this legacy if you complete the Amestris thing. Because that makes even an incentive to complete the Amestris Legend, even if you don't want to do more Achaemenid stuff. Because then you can access this. I think that'd be kind of cool. We can add that to Amestris. Completing this legend unlocks access to the Brilliance Legacy if you don't already have it. Yeah, that sounds pretty good, right? That way foreign characters can get in on the Achaemenid stuff more, by calling upon Amestris. I'm not sure if anyone should be able to do the Amestris Seed, though.
Maybe only Greeks should, but I think it's cool to have anyone. I think let's be a little ahistorical. Let's be a little bit fun-oriented. Anyone can do Amestris' Seed, and with Amestris' Seed, once you have that, you unlock every other seed, more or less. You know, you unlock the ability to get every other seed. I think that's a reasonable, like, concession for the sake of fun, you could say. Because obviously, Amestris is a Greek figure, but Hastine can for sure? Absolutely. Absolutely. Of course Hastine can do it. Hastine into... Dude, that'd be such a fun GigaChad story to do, right? Imagine the GigaChad stories evolve so much that I end up making my own mods in order to better simulate the stories I want to tell. GigaChad. That'd be GigaChad as fuck. But also, let me save this document before I forget to. I'll save it in my OneDrive. Put it in here and then put it in the modding ambitions section. And right balances it well. Yeah, that's a good way to do it, yeah. Iranian wife. Okay. Yeah, that's true, actually. Ancient Greek culture was very, like, it was very, you know, chill. Well, it's funny I say that. It was chill with others, but also they did call people barbarians. But I think it's more that, not that ancient Greek culture was... Yeah, you said accepted. Sorry, I misread it. I read it as accepting, but you said accepted. It was universally accepted. It wasn't universally accepting. That's, yeah. So that makes sense, actually, yeah, that because everyone revered ancient Greek stuff. So having Amestris be reverable in any culture kind of checks out. Maybe, like, except, like, I don't know if, like, Turks, like, Turkic nomads would care much for it. But even then, I mean, why wouldn't they? I think it's... We're gonna eschew a little bit of history in order to make that happen. Okay. This is the goal, basically. The end goal is up to the player, but at the minimum, acquiring one of the Achaemenid traditions is a sort of end goal. Are there other end goals? About getting Avestan language for your culture? That can be as simple as letting a culture diverge with access to Avestan or completing any of the 5 seeds, just like with Gothic descendants, Roman heritage, etc. Right? That's already in the game. Reference the multiple capitals of the Achaemenid Empire, maybe just counting modifier or something. Sepulus with the Iranian capital, Babylon, Mystery capital, so hang out in party capital. That's an interesting idea. That could be fun for flavor events. Like, one thing I will say is, I don't know if I want to implement any flavor events where it's like just random events that have a chance of firing. It could be cool to have like flavor events that reference stuff like that. Like, I don't know if I'd want to have like implement some kind of like what do you call it? Actual mechanic around like constructing different capitals and moving the capital around. I don't know about that, but it'd be cool to have flavor events for that. I like the idea of one of the end goals being getting the Avestan language for the culture. That's a cool little like flavor end goal. It wouldn't have any effect. This is a flavorful thing. There's no effect. The Avestan is just, I already have it in the game here. Like, you know, I already have it implemented. It's just another language, right? It doesn't do anything. But it's, you know, it's just cool to have as a piece of flavor. You get to have the Avestan language. That's a cool, you know, end goal. Other end goals. Conquering Greece. I mean, conquering Greece. You know, turned sudden in chat. Conquer Greece, Casus Belli. Conquering Greece, and maybe like renaming all the cities in Thessalonica. Maybe renaming all the cities in the Byzantine Empire to Persian equivalents. Now this is where I would need like someone to help, because I don't know what like, I don't know how to necessarily translate Greek names into Persian names for cities. Egypt as well. Dariusandria, yeah, something like that, right? Alexandrias get renamed based on you know, Dariusandria. That'd be a funny meme, you know, but definitely like renaming Alexandrias would be good. That's a good one. Renaming Alexandria. That's a good relatively easy to implement like end goal, right? Like just conquer Greece, and then if you do that, you can rename Alexandria or something. Conquering Egypt, okay? Like, we could change the, I mean, because Egypt obviously is important to the Achaemenid Empire, but then what would be the reward for conquering Egypt? Like, you could rename yourself to being a pharaoh. Maybe, like, I could do one more legend where you get to be a pharaoh, and that'd be fun, but no, I don't think I want to do another legend. We're going to stick with the 5 legends. Conquering Egypt, something to do with being pharaoh. I don't know exactly what that would be. Constantinople rename? Sure, Constantinople rename. Renaming Alexandria. Rename Constantinople. You know, maybe rename Pella. I don't. Is Pella even in? Is Pella in this game? It should be like here. Right? Am I right? Is Pella's around here, isn't it? Do pharaohs do? I don't know. Is Pella just not in this game? I don't know. I'm not sure. Because Pella's like the big... Pella's the big Macedonian capital, right? Doing a target on Pella. See, there's no Pella. It's not called Pella, but I guess it's like this one, right? Thessaloniki. This is basically what Pella is, or is it more further north? It's one of these, you know. The point is that maybe something to do with Pella, but also it's fine. Something to do with. I would say something to do a bit more north. Something to do with Pella. You know, whatever, right? It's around there. That kind of thing. I like the idea of the renaming of places and then giving them some, maybe destroying their like transfer development from them to your capital. You know, like destroying, you know, sacking the cities, right? Destroying the Greek cities. That kind of thing. What else? So Pharaoh, what would something to do with the Pharaoh? This is probably, I probably won't do more than this. We'll do like a thing for conquering Greece, a thing for conquering Egypt. What would you get as maybe some special buildings? But special buildings. This would be where I'd have to make up some history because I don't think there's not really any King of Pharaohs instead of King of Kings. Yeah, I guess so. Instead of Shahanshah, could be Pharaoh, you know, I make it so, you know, making this up. I don't know, but I don't know what Pharaoh is in you know, classical Persian, but you get the idea, right? Library of Darius Andria. That's just another building. Construct a library of Darius Andria. Yeah, obviously it would come up with better names, but what happens to Greek culture if they're conquered? Okay, maybe some degradation of Greek culture. You know what's funny? Okay, here's something I've played with in the past, right? Okay, what if you could add a culture tradition that was negative? Like you could add a culture tradition that actively harmed the people of that culture as a way of putting shame on them. So I'm gonna add that as an idea by adding a culture tradition that actively debuffed their culture. A shameful culture tradition. Restore such of Egypt? Okay. Drop cultures like the Falmer. Yeah, exactly, yeah, exactly. You desecrate the tomb. Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's a good one. Desecrate Alexander's tomb. That's a good one. That's a very good one. Get a cool. Oh, get a super artifact. You know, sometimes the simplest, sometimes a simple, like choice is the best. Just make it a really cool artifact for getting Egypt. It's just an artifact. That's all it has to be. Just an artifact. And maybe a generic legend seed. Valley of Kings related. I don't know what it would be yet, but just an artifact, like maybe, I don't know, Alexander's armor or something, whatever. Alexander's ashes, and you just throw it in your court, and it gives you a bonus. Greek opinion minus 100, you know, whatever, right? Yeah, something relatively simple. Okay, I like the idea of, for conquering Greece, you destroy their development and give it to your capital. For conquering Egypt, you get one special building. We'll call it the library. Well, this is tentative, but maybe I won't do this. Tentative. And then it does create Alexander's tomb, super artifact, maybe a generic legend. That makes sense. Those are your end goals. It's the old Persian culture, and then I guess I'll add another heading for getting revenge. Yeah, that sounds good. Getting revenge. Just move constantly to your capital instead. Yeah, move. Oh my god, bro. It'd be a meme, but you just pick up the Hagia Sophia and just move it east. That'd be really funny. But that's a meme, obviously. Not actually. That'd be like, I don't think you can do that. Dariushbad, yeah, something like that. Just counter revenge. No meme, actual. Yeah, just move the building. That'd be really funny. Maybe make a. Okay, here's actually a good one. Okay, convert the Hagia Sophia to a Zoroastrian temple. That's based. That's based. Make it a Zoroastrian temple. I think that'd be super cool. Beyond that, yeah, I don't think we're gonna go much further than that. Is there really anything else for getting revenge? Other special building? I don't think so. Oh, it has a university. I'm pretty sure that's a university is what goes there. Or it's maybe the holy site for the Hellenists. Hellenic holy site, maybe. Yeah, I think it's a Hellenic holy site. Yeah. That's all it is. I think that's probably good enough in terms of end goals. I think let's leave it at that. The strategy of implementation now. This is where we get into the actual coding. You can move it as a barony, yeah. Just literally like take Sparta and like take like the barony of, I mean, Lacedaemonia already isn't a holding. I was gonna say take Lacedaemonia and like make it no longer exist, like just destroy whatever's building there, but there's literally already not a building there, so that's funny. Well, I guess if someone built something there, you can remove it. I don't know. That's getting to the point where it's like this is just little fine details I don't really care much about. I like the idea of making Constantinople Zoroastrian temple, renaming cities. That's fun, and then raiding the tomb. That's also fun. I like that a lot. And it's all based on revenge. The idea. Or just destroy it. That's based, yeah. Maybe we could just think about going into India, but I think let's keep it focused on Greek-Persian relations. Let's keep focused on that. Okay, so for strategy implementation, I'm gonna write out exactly like what all we need to do. So there's legends, there's lifestyle, because one of them is like lifestyle perk tree. There's an activity. Let's be in header mode, please. Activity. There's artifacts. There's renaming counties. There's what else? What other things did I do? Yeah, it's basically the legends trait perk. Yeah, that's pretty easy though. Yeah, the traits, the new traits plus XP. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, and the dynasty legacy. So dynasty legacies. What else was it? Culture. I guess I already have the culture traditions done, but we'll put them in anyway. Culture traditions. That's something we have to implement. Language. Language is super easy, but the language is. I'll show you the code for the language. It's very, very easy. I can just show it to you like right now, because it's really easy to do languages. Where's my mod? Human culture, common. Here. So it's in the pillars. So no, yeah, it's in the pillars, and you just define a new language. You give it a name. So just language Avestan. And then the funny thing is, I learned this from making this mod, okay? Is that different languages have a different like chance to be adopted as a core language based on like intrinsic multipliers in their text. So I copied, basically I took the Persian language, copied its text, and changed its name to Avestan. Persian language is inherently more likely to be taken as a court language by characters that are Muslim or Zoroastrian. Just period. Double. They're more likely to do it.
You also define the color here. I picked red. It's RGB, so red with a little bit of green and blue. Not super harsh red, but pretty harsh red. And yeah, that's all. Language is so easy. Now it's been defined. So then you go into your naming practices. Naming practices is a little more complicated, unfortunately. Then you go into your culture and you just define its language as language underscore Avestan, just like that. So you define the term and then you define the language. You add it there. Here's the traditions. The name list, I picked the Persian name list because when I tried to make my own name list, for whatever reason, I couldn't get it to work. I don't know why. I was basically just copying the setup the Persian name list had, and then just like, you know, doing the same. Yeah, names are defined in their own list. Check it out. Names have their own whole ass thing. I think I have to go to the base game files for that because I don't have a file for it. So common, cultures, name lists. So every culture has a name list, and if you look at Persian, it's based on culture group. So each culture group has a name list. So this is the Persian name list. Here's all the dynasties, right? And then here's houses, and then they just have a list of names, and it's just this is the list. I tried to basically copy this setup of just male names equals and putting all the names. For whatever reason, I don't know what I was doing wrong. They weren't working. It would just give me blank names. It would give me no names. So I just copied the Persian name list for now. If I can figure it out, I'll figure out how to do it. It also shows you how to do patronyms, which is cool. We could do custom patronyms, although I'm pretty sure the patronyms are mostly the same between like Avestan and Persian today. But you can do patronyms and stuff like that. So Zadeh, like you know, just like they have in Persian today, and Dokht, that kind of thing. And you get the names of the mercenary bands, so you can do that too. And then you have Sogdian, it's part of the same thing. And notice how Sogdian has like very few names. it's crazy. Yeah, Noah Mestris, you hate to see it. Yeah. But yeah, that's basically how name lists work, and I couldn't get it to work myself, but I'll figure it out. It's probably not that hard to figure out. I just didn't get it right the first time. By the way, I guess I'll add you know, name list. I gotta figure out how to do that. So name lists. This is kind of like gonna be the list of things I have to do, by the way, and it's gonna be fun to have this kind of organization. Beyond that, I guess decisions. To be fair, are there any of these require decisions? I guess yeah, there will be decisions for, because most of the stuff's gonna be through decisions, right? Decisions. Oh, and the Wolf Legend, yeah, that'll be fun to make. Yeah, okay. I think this is done in terms of a document, right? I don't necessarily want to work on strategy right now because to do this, like I gotta be off stream to like really strategize hard. You know what I mean? Like I'd be down to do on stream like doing some localization or like doing stuff I know how to do, but just going through the minutia of it. But like in order to sit down and like plan out how to actually implement this stuff, I would need like actual time. Organized anything I've ever done, bruh. Yeah, I try to be organized. I'm an organized type person. Okay, this is how I am. I try to be very organized. But yeah. Okay, so we have our list. This is more or less a to-do list, right? This is more or less a to-do list. So we have a couple things to do. Light Legends, Lifestyle, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I kind of want it to be 12 things, so it can be like a nice rounded out number. So what's one more thing I can add here? Oh, the MAA, right? Yeah, the unique, the Men-at-Arms. There you go. Now it's 12 things, 12 tasks to complete this mod. There you go. Okay, with that, I kind of want to stop streaming now because I'm really sleepy. I have not slept since like yesterday, basically. So I kind of want to raid someone now. Find someone to raid. Doing good here. Oh, that's me. Look, I'm there. Anyone that I know streaming? Created me Runa. She's doing a deathless sniper elite shot. It's not CK3, but she's fun to watch. So
raid her. I haven't raided her in forever as well. Yeah, I can't do the stream. That's fine. Let's go raid Miruna. Guys, bots it up speedrun. Oh yeah, it's not bad. It's nice. It's a nice starting point for sure. All right, Miruna's like a surprisingly. I say this not because I'm a misogynist. A surprisingly hardcore sniper elite player. Genuinely pretty impressive. She's doing a deathless challenge. She's quite the hardcore gamer, if I do say so myself. So go and enjoy. I'm quite sleepy, so I'm gonna be in chat, but I'm not gonna be in chat for very long. I'm mostly just gonna be like, you know, chilling. So yeah, I will see you all next time. Okay, chat. I'm sorry for the kind of like out of nowhere goodbye, but I'm out of it, man. I gotta get some sleep, dude. But yeah, thanks for being here so much, guys. I'm looking forward to putting together this mod for you. Once it's ready, I'll definitely stream myself making it here and there. But once it's ready, I'll release it for public usage so people can check it out. And yeah, it'll be nice to collab and stuff. Or not collab, but work on the mod. If you have any ideas, come to my Discord and let me know, by the way. I'm happy to listen to ideas and stuff. So check out the Discord, !Discord for the people on Twitch. Go to Discord if you want to come in and give me some ideas or whatever. Yeah, I will see you all next time, okay, boys? Peace out.